on. Here we are, guys.
Woohoo!
Before you
Woohoo!
do what?
Woohoo!
Yeah, woohoo. Before you come in, please hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and share this video. So, today I had a very interesting conversation with PayPal. I go in to do one invoice, and it always asks for a code. Well, then it asks to send a code to your phone. So when I clicked over on my other phone number,
Mhm.
it said something went wrong. So I had to call PayPal. So she had me do it 2 or 3 times. And guess what? It's like going to an ATM and putting your card in there and you get your code wrong 3 times. Guess what happens? They keep your card. Hey,
Yes.
Brian.
Hi,
So
Brian.
So I have to do the ghetto form of what I call the ghetto form of sending an invoice. I'll have to
Oh,
send it directly to, do a total and send it to their email, and they'll have to send it to my PayPal. Now I can accept money. She goes, well, it's kind of technical. We try to protect our customer. I understand that, but when she had me do that extra time, no wonder I got locked out. Gee.
so will you ever be able to get back in?
Yeah, it'll be 3 to 5 business days, and I'll be able to get back and do a normal invoice. But you know how it asks for like a 4-digit code when
Yeah,
a
yeah.
PIN number. Well, I put it in there, and
Mhm.
it went right through. And then after I get the invoice done and get ready to send it, it said I have, of course, my numbers changed, and I clicked on my newest number, and they said something went wrong. And I thought, surely to God. So I called them and they said, well, something about your new number. I said, well, that it's not something about it's not I said, excuse me. I said, do you want me to have Straight Talk call you?
Oh,
That it
because you
was
have a new phone number.
Oh,
Oh,
that
okay.
wasn't a valid number, but yet it was recorded in there. So I said, it's awful funny that I had this phone since December, and I've been sending invoices ever since.
Mhm.
Well, it's a technical thing now, you know how our security and blah 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 blah. And I said, whatever. She
You
goes, they
know,
go ahead,
ever since with AI coming on, I think they are
cracking down.
really cracking down because someone could maybe use AI and try to hack into accounts.
I know
Thank
it.
goodness, though, that PayPal has a phone number. All of the other payment processors, there's no phone number.
Mm-mm.
So thank goodness for that.
So and I said, wait a minute. I said, I'm getting ready to have a sale. She goes, well, you can have them, you can receive money, you just can't send. I feel like, I mean, I had this number, it always went through
Mhm.
before, and I clicked on that specific phone number.
Hmm.
So now they had to remove the old one, and it's got to be 3 to 5 business days.
So
And
today's Thursday, Friday,
hey,
Monday.
Ginger.
Hi, Ginger.
So it's gonna be. I mean,
Maybe Monday.
I call the way they want me to do it the ghetto way.
Yeah.
I really do. Maybe I shouldn't feel like that because I know other resellers do the same process, but I feel like it's the ghetto. It's below my standard.
I would try it on Monday. Maybe as soon as Monday it'll be working.
And just try it one time because
Yeah.
like I said,
Yeah.
it's like you ever go like if you go to an ATM and put your number in wrong 3 times and it will take your card. I've had that happen to me, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yep. They'll keep your card.
Oh
Yep.
yeah. Glad to see you, Ginger and Brian. We're talking about the perils of PayPal. And they sent me an email. You might have got this. They sent an email about the changes, the legal changes in PayPal.
Yep. Yep.
So, yeah, I got the same one. But man, when they close down your PayPal, you can't do anything.
Mm-mm.
Zero. So if you little angels get a invoice and a thing the ghetto way, remember it wasn't my ideal. I just had to do that. So anyway, I just think it's not that I don't know, when you're used to doing things a certain way, and it's just it's I guess I'm a nerd too, Laura. We're
Mm-hmm.
both nerds.
Yes, we are. I'm
You
proud
too,
of it.
Lorraine. I am too. I like consistency, and with something, it's like you're having your ducks in a row, and when one of them flies off, everything's messed up. So we'll give it just a
Making
few
sure I
more
hit the
minutes.
thumbs up.
Yeah, we got.
Yes, thumbs up, everybody. And Gina, I did get the phone call out of the way. I'm off the phone, but
Okay,
I'm having a delivery to the door.
okay,
Um, we'll just quietly excuse myself. Just carry on. All I
sure.
have to do is bring it in. It's my pool noodles.
Oh,
I
okay.
ordered some pool noodles to ship stuff. Hi, R&R.
Hey,
So
Romel, did
I'll
you?
just excuse myself for like 1 minute and be right
Oh,
back.
you're
Don't worry.
fine. You're fine. You know, pool noodles, that I use them a lot to ship with, and after the summer season is over, they put them away. And then they had some out for
Oh,
Valentine's Day. Because I tell you, sometimes if you have to order that, they're expensive. They're way beyond the dollar and a quarter.
yeah, I got these for 99 cents at Walmart and I have free
Wow.
delivery. So I just added
Hey,
a few groceries to my pool noodles and I'm going to get them delivered for free. And I just placed the order this morning. So
good.
Walmart and I got the pool noodle idea from you, Gina. I'm going to need it to ship some of this big stuff.
Oh, yeah. Once you put that, you take and split that in half. Just be careful. The last one I split, something else got it, but just be
Oh,
careful. If you
careful.
put
Okay.
that around there, there's no way that I shipped a very thin piece of the thing was yay long and about that thin, and I put pool noodles around that thing, and the person that got it said, "Oh my gosh." She said that got there in one piece. Good job. I
Yeah,
said,
I'm going to put it on the handles and around the
uh-huh.
silver part. And I got
Yeah.
it from you. So Walmart, just have them delivered to your house.
Oh yeah. So
How's
we're gonna,
everybody doing? How's the
yeah,
weather?
yeah, rain. It's duck weather here. And Romel is in the sunny Philippines, so I bet that I was going to ask him a question. I forgot what it is. I'm not going to ask that. I can't ask him. Well, my husband, we was talking about. He goes, they're making toilet paper not very wide, and I said back in the corn cob era. He goes, I said, well, what did they use on your little bottom when you were a baby? I know they didn't use a corn cob. And I was just cracking up. So, Romel, this is the question of the day. I know you're probably 40 something. So, back in your day, what did your mother use on your little behind? I
Oh,
know that is so crazy.
this is gonna be a fun night. I can already tell.
But
Oh,
my husband said, well, it's so narrow. I said, what about the corn cobs? And I just busted out laughing. And I said, well, what did they ask my husband, what did they use on your little bottom when you was I said I told him they probably hey Minnie, welcome in. I said they probably used a little washcloth, probably. I don't know when hey Dana, welcome in. I don't know when baby wipes came out, but somebody talked about corn cobs in a chat and it just I can't get over it.
hi, Minnie and
Hey
Dana. Welcome
Minnie and
in.
Dana, welcome in, welcome in. Good to see you guys.
Oh boy.
So you ever get something?
Oh,
Oh, it's Romel's birthday. Where's my
well,
bear at?
Gina's gonna sing. She promised. Happy birthday, Romel.
Where is my bear? I've got a birthday bear that sings a lot better than I do. Where is my little boy at? Okay, you're getting it this way. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Bro Mel. Happy birthday to you and many more.
That was precious. Woo.
I called a friend of mine up and did that on the phone, and she said that was the best birthday present she ever had. I said, you didn't expect much, did you? We just laughed about
and Beth did it on her channel Saturday morning, the turtle shell. She had her daughter sing to me.
Oh, how sweet. I hope everyone's doing well. I have a mismatch of everything. I've got a set of tiger's eye necklace, bracelet, and earring set. The earrings are on 925 wires. So let me dig it out. What do you guys want for first? Glass, jewelry? Because I did bring some jewelry up here. Whatever I did with that box. Let's see. Let's go ahead and do something jewelry related. Okay, you resellers and you jewelry wearers alike.
You want to make yourself big, dear?
It would help, wouldn't it? I got so excited over Romel's birthday that I just lost it. Where am I at? Oh my gosh, get up there.
Anything vintage.
Now see, Romel, see how you just had my mind warped for just a minute there. So you have this thing that you can hang necklaces on. You have this one that you can put bracelets and rings in. They're in very good shape. And then you have this additional one. They're black. They stack. And we'll start this at $10 for all three. Like I said, if you need something for your jewelry to get it lined up better, I would need a miracle. So there's your rings, your bracelets, and you can hang your necklaces on that. It all comes in one nice little neat stack. All three of them, $10, guys. The deal of the century. And okay, hold the phone. We have to sing happy birthday to Brian. So I'm going to put Laura up there so she can be just embarrassed as I'm going to be. Whoops.
We don't want to be embarrassed alone. We need a group.
Okay, here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Brian. Happy birthday to you and many more.
Happy birthday, Brian.
And shut the door. Okay, Brian, I'm sorry, Brian. We should have sang to you, but I was just so excited that I forgot. Hang on. There we go. So like we have three of these little containers there. I'll give you a measurement. Imagine me being able to find something. And this is coming in at about 12 inches long and about 11 and a half inches wide. It is a great deal for three things to keep your jewelry organized. There's your necklace one. The one for rings. And then this one here, guys. That's a good deal. They're in excellent condition. There's nothing wrong with them. They're just waiting for someone to claim them and put some of their jewelry in it to keep it all together.
What was the measurements again? I'm sorry.
The measurement was across, it was 12 and about, let's see, I'm getting double vision. And about 8 inches across. And Dana said 10 because she knows what she's looking at. And guess what? I know we got off to a funny start with the corn cobs, but I forgot to think. So on each purchase tonight, your name is going into the magical box. And at the end, I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm going to keep you in suspense. The name drawn out of this will be the winner of something. I'm not going to say what. So there's the magical box. And it goes in there, and your name will go in there for each purchase. So we have Dana in at 10. She knows what she's doing. I don't blame her. And then you have that real soft gray background on that. So we're going to start counting this down if we don't see any other interest out there for Miss Dana. So if you're interested, now's the time to come in. And Dana said, don't even think about it. No, I'm kidding. So we're going to call this down for Miss Dana. We're going to go once. I'll let Laura do it. You
Going twice. Final warning.
And
sold
to Miss Dana, what a deal. That was a deal and a half. And I'm going to put your name right under one of these things so I won't lose what's going on. And your name will go into the box, the Magic Aladdin box. So here's what it reminds me of. So Dana is the first one in the box. We're going to fold that up, not once, but twice. And to show that I didn't take Dana's ticket and slide it under the table, I'll show you. And in it goes right there. Congratulations, sweetie. That's talking about a sweet deal. That was a sweet deal. Okay, guys, look what Mama's got. And Mama don't let go of these deals.
Ginger wants to know how much for the box.
Well, Ginger, I've got two of them. One of them I can get my hands on, and the other one's somewhere in that back there somewhere. I would probably just do like $8 on the box. But you never know. The box may be the prize, but I'm not telling you if it is or not. So you just have to wait. They said that little temp, look at her up there. So, all you box fans out there, look what I've got, and that is hand painted. Is that not gorgeous? We do have a few defects on it. And here is the front of it. And look at that mechanism on how you latch it down. So we're going to start this at $12. Look at the hardware on that. Is that not beautiful? And I am so tempted to keep that. It's not even funny. And I will give you a measurement. The inside does need to be cleaned, but y'all know that I'm not going to send anything out in disarray. It's just a little bit of what time left behind, and I'll clean it up. Let me give you a measurement. I think it is vintage for sure, guys. Because
hello, Bird on a Wire.
Hey, Bird on a Wire. I'm watching from the beginning, but speeding it up. Okay, Bird on a Wire.
She won't hear us till she catches up.
Right. So the reason why I say it's vintage, look at the edging on that, and there are condition issues, but not enough to get. I think this is an older piece. The hardware is beautiful, and I will give you a measurement on this. This is coming in at about 12 across, and it looks like it's coming in at about 9 inches. It is beautiful, other than the few imperfections, which if you could even take a marker and cover those up. Not that I'm saying a marker is a good substitute for paint, but you know where I'm coming from. Look at the beautiful hardware on that. Very fitting. I really just like that tag on there. And here's this side of it, and that's what this looks like right there. So you can see it is very well constructed. There is the bottom, And it's a good deal. I mean, I've seen these things sell, and Dana said 12, and I don't blame you because it is a beauty. And Dana, this is so beautiful because this is raised right through here, and you can tell it's hand painted, and whoever did it was really talented. Yeah, Brian, isn't that a beautiful latch? Our little things right there, and there are condition issues, as you can see, but to me, the beauty of the box and the painting itself really doesn't take away from the beauty. So we have Dana in at 12. This would be a goodie box for something, wouldn't it? So if anyone else is interested in this, like I say, it does have condition issues, but to me, my eye goes directly to the beauty on top. Everything works just fine, and I will clean that out. And it's just really beautiful. It would be beautiful with pictures in it. So if I'm not seeing any other interest out there, we're going to go ahead and call this down to Dana for 12. Isn't it beautiful, Minnie? I think Minnie's waiting on something special here. But it,
Okay. We're going to go once to Dana. So if you're thinking of bidding, now would be the time.
yeah, because she is gorgeous.
Going twice. Final warning. Sold to Dana.
Congratulations, sweetheart. That, oh my gosh, what a deal that was. So this goes to Dana for 10, 12. I mean, that's a good deal. Why was I saying that? Dana's got some really nice things coming her way. It's always nice to have, a box to me, and I love boxes, but this one's special. I think it's older. So, and Dana goes right into the Aladdin box because this is Dana's second purchase. Congratulations. Got some good deals. We will write your name on here and I'll show it to you. There's your name. It goes folded up and it goes into the box. So again, you're thinking I hope she don't slide that under the table. We're going to drop you right in there. There you go. We're in there twice. All righty then. Next up. Oh my goodness, since this is right at hand, this probably needs to be cleaned up. Now, this is very unique, guys. I have never seen, and it has bubbles in the bottom that you can feel. This is art glass, and it's like a leopard print. And of course, I'll get the sticky off the bottom, but see those little bubbles right there in the very bottom, right at the top there. Well, we want to make sure that I didn't kick your piece of paper under the table. No, I'm kidding. So this is an art glass. It's like a leopard, and we will start this one at $10, and that's cheap. Never will you get an art glass piece like this. Beautiful. There you go on the bottom. Almost made myself dizzy with those spots. So this is coming in at 12 and a half inches across and is approximately 4 inches deep. It is gorgeous. I don't think, but it is. And it said that this is a rare find. And see, there are those little bubbles, and you can actually feel them. Bubbles are a big part of art glass, it seems, because there always seems to be some bubbling, and I think the bubbling makes it worth more, but it is different. It is a beautiful piece. It is that big. I guess it would be if you had a jungle room or whatever, and they're like, who has a jungle room? Looks like a hat. Yep, you could wear it as a hat if you wanted to. But it is a beautiful piece, guys. It's got a pretty wide lip on that. You don't find a lot of art glass, and I'm sure the process for them to make this almost 3 inches that lip is, and I imagine the process for them to use two different types of glass and get it to look like that animal print pattern was probably not easy. But I've never made glass and I have no idea how they did it, but I thought it was pretty neat. You could put set it on a table and put whatever I don't know what you put in there. But you would think of something, but it is really a nice little thing. It's a good price on that. So we will set it over here. So, oh my goodness, where's that at? It's just like me to bring, here it is. So, the moment that you guys have been waiting on, and I know one in particular, we have this beautiful, it's metal. See, there's its feet right there. And we have 3 roosters on top of one another. And it kind of has that little rustic look to it. So we're going to start these 3 roosters at $12. And you can set it, I don't know, for that rooster enthusiast. There we have it. It has some rustic effect to it. There is like a blue green, and Brian said he's going for 12. He's going for the gold here. But I just thought it was really neat the way they had these stacked. And let's get a height on that. And I'll tell you how tall. Lordy, that's 19 inches tall, guys. And just in really good condition. Very nice piece. So Brian's in at $12. So if I don't see any other interest, we're going to call this down, guys. So after that birthday song, Brian needs something to look at. But no, I thought it was pretty good on a last minute thing with no practice.
Hi, Josie.
Josie, welcome in, sweetie.
It was fantastic.
So
the singing was fantastic.
Brian's probably rolling in his chair. So if I don't see any other interest, we're just going to go ahead and call this down for Brian.
Going once.
He's a rooster fella.
Going twice. Final warning. Sold to Brian.
Congratulations, Brian. I knew you was waiting on that. He probably said, where's those roosters at? You said she's up there hoarding. Okay, that goes to Brian for 12. Congratulations, sweetie. But I knew when I seen that, I said, I know who would really like that. I haven't found anything wooden yet, Brian, but you never know. I'm always on the hunt for things I know people like. So since my pen wore out, so Brian's name goes into the Aladdin box. And after the great suffering of that song, he deserves it. No, I'm kidding. Alrighty then. There's Brian's piece. Whoops, right over there. And we're going to put Brian in the box over here. So we will write Brian. And thank you guys so much for being here. And don't forget that thumbs. Me and Brian would have a ball.
Brian said it made his day, but we don't know if it was the rooster or the singing.
Oh my goodness. So here's Brian, and he is going into the great Aladdin box. So you're in the box, Brian.
Brian didn't get a sound effect though. Dana, you made a little sound.
Oh, did I hear? Let's see if I get the right one. So we're gonna do a sound effect because there. So we're gonna go. Boom. So there you go. So now that we've gotten all that out of the way, and congratulations, sweetie. I know that. Don't let me fall out of the box. You're sitting over here right where I can see you. Nobody's gonna bother you. Okay, guys, this is an Avon piece right here. And I was really surprised because I didn't know Avon made vases like that. And this is vintage. And we'll do this vase at, because these are hard to get a hold of. We'll start this at 10. You're welcome, Brian. We'll start that at 10. This is vintage. They're hard to get a hold of. I started to say hard to get along with. And I will clean that up. But it is Avon. I really like the way that they did this. The looks like kind of like an under glass almost decoration on that. But this is an older piece, and it is Avon, something that I'd never seen in Avon. But hey, you never know what Avon comes up with. So isn't that beautiful? The rooster on his desk.
All right, I'm going to go grab my pool noodles. I'll be back in 60
go right
seconds.
ahead. You go right ahead. And this is 7 inches. And let me get your circumference around. It is old. It is Avon. I don't think there was anything that came in this. I don't know if there was a stopper, but it looks like it's about 12 inches around. And it does have that very... like I said, I didn't know Avon actually made something like this, but that's what it is. So we have that. And I will put that over here. So now we're just going to bring the big guns out because that's the way I roll. Hang on just a second. So, as you guys know, in that I did a unboxing, and this was in there, and this is Fenton, but there's only one thing about this, guys. I don't know. I can feel the design on there, but hey, Colette, welcome in, sweetie. I can feel the design on that, but look how that is. So that's Fenton, and you beg the question, how did that get out of the Fenton factory like that? Because here's one side, which you have that nice little floral puffy flower. But look at this side. So this means that this slipped off the assembly line through quality control and got out into circulation. So good to see you, Colleen. This is absolutely Fenton. It's without a doubt. I did my research. Like I said, I don't think that this has been broken and fixed because once you break something, you're done. But I think that this was absolutely done in the factory. I know it looks kind of, for Fenton, it looks kind of blasé. But here's your bottom right here. Let me see if you can see that. And we're going to start this at $12. I might be crazy, but guys, it had to have come out of the Fenton factory just like this, because like I said, when glass is broke, it's broke. And I don't think it's a repair. I just think it's the way it came out. So there's that. It is a Fenton, and this is a thumbprint, is what that's called. It is a roughly type basket. And we have Easter coming up, and it might be, I had never seen a Fenton like that. Hey, Jody, welcome in. Thank you. So,
and Colette. Hi, Colette and Jody.
So there it is, guys. $12 starting bid on a Fenton. It's a Fenton. And I know it come out of the factory like that. And quality control must have missed that. It's 11 inches across and from end to end, the deep part, the bigger part. And it's about 8 inches the other way. And it's approximately about 4 inches deep. And it's a beauty, and it is Fenton. Where are you going to get a Fenton piece that large for a start bid of $12? Like nowhere. So there she is.
Only here.
It's not what I would call the most attractive pattern, but hey, to each their own. I mean, I'm not saying it's ugly, but I've seen a lot of Fenton in solid colors that were prettier, but this one is really an old one, and it is Fenton. And I could imagine what price someone would put on this if it was put on an online platform. So there that is. So if you change your mind, you know where it's at. So next up, what was I going to show? We know spring is coming. And we have this beautiful butterfly little, where's the hook at? It's like a little thing you can put indoors or outdoors. And we'll start this at $7. And I probably paid more for it than that, but I've had it for a while. As you can see, there's beautiful butterflies that would be pretty hanging on outside on your house, inside on a wall. It's just really beautiful. The butterflies are actually glass. See that right there? It's glass, and it's really nice. A nice little decor piece to hang outside, somewhere. So I know, Brian, I'm really blessed with that. They are really sweet ladies. We love to support one another. But there you have it, guys. $7. I'll give you a length on it. It is rather long, and if you like little decorations, little decor pieces, it's only a mere 22 inches long, and it's coming in at about 9.5 inches across. It's very beautiful. You could put it wherever you want to. It actually would be pretty to have a picture of someone and have this along the side of it. It's just really beautiful. Oh, there's Christy. Welcome in, sweetie.
Hi, Christy.
I've got a big, I probably showed it. It's a real big, those things they make in Florida, and they're all shells. I'm highly debating selling that, and I know those sell for $80 a piece. And mine is like a pink and it's really long. I'm debating on selling that. And it's good to see you guys. Thank you so much for coming in. So there's that. I mean, I could, if my husband would hang it where I want him to, we have taller ceilings, and we could put it in the corner. And there's a ceramic carousel horse that I made years ago. And if he would hang it in the corner, but let's see. Let's do this. Since we are in the season of summer.
Oh, you got a bid on you have a bid on the butterflies.
Okay, who bid?
Me.
Oh, you did? Okay. We have Laura in at that $7 bid. This is beautiful. It would be beautiful decor anywhere you chose to hang it. So Laura didn't see anyone else in, so she wasn't going to let this get away. So we'll just start counting it down for Miss Laura. And I don't blame her. It is beautiful. And these are glass right here. So going once for Laura. It is beautiful.
Going twice. You guys can bid against me.
Anyone can come in if they want to. I mean, it's not... There are no friends in auctions, right, Laura? No enemies, but no friends, right? So.
Final warning.
Final warning till this flutters off to Laura.
Okay. Yep. I'm going to do something with it.
And it looks like Laura will be the recipient of a beautiful springtime. I'll put this over here. And Laura will go into the Aladdin box with sound effects. Since I did it on everyone else, I'll have to do it on Laura. I can't leave her out. So,
I started something, didn't I?
yeah. That's okay. We have to, entertainment's all part of the fun, right?
Yes.
And it's really a pretty piece there, and it's in good condition, and it's not beat or banged up. So, Laura goes into the Aladdin box that I call Aladdin. And I'm not telling who's getting what because I'm going to make you wait. I'm going to write Laura's name on that. You never know what I'm going to give you. And you know, whatever it is, it's not going to be, it's going to be nice. I don't believe
okay. This is awkward.
What?
But Ginger put in the chat that she wants to buy that for me.
Okay, since Laura, I'll put Laura's in and Ginger's because they were both part of the same thing. So I will change the information on it. And Ginger, do I have your information, by the way, your billing, PayPal, and all that? So this is Laura's and Bill.
Thank you, Ginger. That was really, really sweet.
Yes, it was. And guess what, Ginger? Because you demonstrated such kindness, I am going to put your name in there because I can. Okay, from...
Thank you, Ginger.
All right, so we have a two-part thing where someone was so gracious that they wanted to buy another person something. So their name goes in there just because that was such a nice gesture. So not only is Laura going in, Ginger is going in as well. I think that's a very fair trade-off, right, Ginger? So
Gina is very generous.
yes, I believe in really showing appreciation to people. I mean, it's just, I think it's a very important thing, and really it's part of my personality. That's who I am. I like to give. So, pal, bang. So there we go. Whoops. So, but that was very nice, Ginger. You're a sweetheart. Thank you so much. Okay. Is anyone looking for a bag of seashells? And guys, these, I mean, I couldn't believe it. Some of these have sand, white sand in them. And I will sell you this whole bag for $5. $5 for these shells. And like I said, some of them still have sand in them.
Is it a start or a buy it now?
It's a start. This whole bag is yours for $5. And as you can see, look how many's in there. You just can't get these anywhere. And there's sand in there too. It's like somebody just picked them up somewhere. And you could make, a lot of people make wind chimes out of them. And there's several in there, as you can see. And they're kind of a smaller version of the bigger. You ever held the big seashell up to your ear and you could hear the ocean? These are the smaller version of that, and there's a whole bag of them. So I'm gonna go ahead and let these go at 5, and you can have fun counting them. And they are nice, guys. It's hard to get nice seashells, especially like that. Really, really nice. If you have a fish tank, you could put them in there. If there's a lot of different things you could do with those, but they are nice. All of them are. It's not these little flat shells with the hollowed out, your normal shell. These are the real deal. Ginger said Brian in at 5, Ginger's in at 6. The sand is free because it's in the bag. But so we have Brian in at 5, and Ginger came back in at 6, complete with the sand. But these are nice, guys. They're not just your little flat, and they do have some nice color to them. Whoops. See what I mean about sand? It just fell on my... Oh my God. And this is white sand.
And you could string those up on fishing line too and make like a little wind chime. I mean, those are nice.
Oh yeah. Brian's in at 7. And when I turned that upside down, white sand went all over the keyboard. So these are fresh picked, and Ginger's in at 8. You get the whole shebang, the whole ball of wax. But they have beautiful color in them. Brian's in at 9. Let's see, here's another one. I'm going to turn it upside down in here. There's another one. Beautiful. I mean, these are gorgeous. So right now we have Brian in at 9. And they are really nice, guys. I can't believe I come across these. And here's a smaller version. So we have Brian in at 9. We're looking for 10. If not, we're going to need to get a broom. I'll get the one that I fly on every night. No, I'm kidding. Put them in the basket. So they are beautiful. And
okay,
Ginger surrenders to Brian. So we're going to count these down for Brian, and thank you for your bids, Ginger. They are beautiful. So we're going to count her down while we're counting them. Get the sand off the desk. It's white sand.
Going once to Brian. So if you're hearing this and you're interested, now is the time to place your bid for at least 10. And we're going to go twice to Brian. Final warning. So to Brian, congratulations. Those are amazing.
Congratulations, Brian. And he got those for 9, right? It's a good deal. These are really amazing shells. I mean, I don't know how I got a hold of them. I didn't question it. I just run out with them. I put them in the cart and kept going. So, Brian, those are yours. Had them for a while. So, thank you so much. And thank you, Ginger, for your bids. I appreciate that. Set Brian's stuff over here. And Brian goes into the Aladdin box. So there we go. And tear that off so it won't be sticky. So here we are. Here's Brian right here going into the box. You're welcome. Now you've really got me doing side effects. We're all in trouble now.
I love it.
Okay, this is for the females out there. I have an Adrian Vettadini purse. So it is kind of in the brown family. There's the Adrian Vittadini little symbol. Let's start this one at $10. This is the deal, guys. This is Adrian Vittadini, and there's your identifying tag right there. And if you like brown, it's kind of an open bag. It doesn't have any dividers. There you have your zipper compartment right there. Yeah, it is. If there's your zipper compartment. Then over here you have two other pockets. The bottom here is your bottom right there. And it is in the brown family, it is a crossbody as well as another handle. If you didn't want that, you could take it off. And it is, I don't know if that's leather or not. I don't think it is. Okay. It doesn't have any marking. It feels kind of like suede in there. And it's just in real good condition minus whatever was in there. And I'll give you a measurement on it. And it's a really beautiful bag. Adrian Vittadini is what it is. So we're going to go, I guess we'll squish it like that. It is about 14 inches long by about 10 and a half tall. It bears all the markings of a really nice purse. Here's the side of it. There's no fraying at all on the handles of that. There's your Adrian Vittadini thing right there. Granted, it's not a Michael Kors, but it is a very nice, if you like brown. Like I said, you have a crossbody right there. And it's kind of like a crocodile-ish type print, but it's faux, I'm sure. But like I said, it may not be a Michael Kors, but it does have all the, it looks like a designer purse to me, I want to make a cross and put some shells on it. Those are beautiful, Brian. I mean, I don't know how I lucked into getting shells wherever they came from. The place had white sand. How do I know the place? But isn't that a beautiful bag? Just gorgeous. Adrian Vittadini. It sounds Italian to me. But if anyone's interested, it is in very good condition. If brown's your color, then you'll love this. But there she is. The zippers work fine. So and Bird on a Wire's finally caught up. Yeah, sometimes it's, but yeah, I thought that was a pretty purse if anyone's in the market for an Adrian Vittadini. So we will put that over there. And next up, we have, now this was pretty lucky too. This is a trinket box, and it is Royal Crystal Rock Cristano 24% lead crystal, Italy. So there you have the proof right there of what it is. It comes with it. And if that didn't convince you, you have this right here. So I think we're going to start this at $8 because even though it's small, look where it came from. And it has a very beautiful rose motif on top. Look how beautiful that is.
And Minnie is putting 10 in for the
You want the purse, Miss Minnie? That's nice purse, Minnie. When somebody sees you with that and say, look at her with that purse. So we'll just go ahead and mark it sold since there wasn't any interest in it. So Minnie, 10, congratulations. And Minnie will go into the box for that.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. That looks like a very highbrow purse. Their brow will be real high when they see that Adrian Vittadini. They'll say, "Look at that
The
lady."
color of the brown. The brown
Many,
is such a beautiful color.
it is gorgeous, and it has the look of it has that look, It's really beautiful. So
And then when you're done with that, Minnie also has a bid on the crystal trinket box.
okay, Minnie, I'm going to tell you how big this beautiful thing is, and you will get the paperwork that comes right along. Did you hear those dogs? Are they?
No.
They was down there snapping at each other, so they fight. They're like kids when it gets late in the afternoon. You know how kids get grouchy, and one of them looks at the other one and gets mad. So it's 5 inches across. And Ginger is so jealous of her daddy, I tell you. So it is a beautiful piece, and like I said, you have the proof of what it is there and right there. So we have Minnie in at $8. So if anyone else is interested, now would be the time to come in on this. I feel like I'm on the beach now with all this sand. I noticed Romel didn't answer our question about him. He's probably laughing too hard. So seeing no other interest, we're going to start pulling this down. Yes, Minnie, it's such a beautiful purse. So we're going to start calling this down for Miss Minnie.
We are going to go once to Minnie for the crystal trinket box. We're going to go twice to Minnie. If you're interested and you're hearing this, now is the time to bid. Final warning. And sold to Minnie. Congratulations.
So guess what, Minnie? That means that your name goes in not once but twice. So we will put your name in. We'll fix out 2 little things for you. And congratulations. That's very pretty. You know how us ladies are about paperwork. It's more substantial if it has paperwork. So Minnie gets to go in there twice. She gets to run with the big boys in there now. She's in it to win it. So she said, "Get out of the way. I'm coming in." So we have 2 for Minnie. Here's number 1. And here's the second one for Minnie, number 2. And it goes into the Aladdin box that I call Aladdin because it reminds me of it. So up we go. Open it goes and pop. Boom. So she's in there. We're gonna. Who knows who the winner's gonna be? Let's see what's next. Let me grab. What is that box of jewelry that I put over here somewhere?
It's a party in that box now.
If they're partying in there, I hear them. Or could it be the dogs I hear? Okay, what did I do with that big box of jewelry? It's really sad when you can't. Oh, I know what I'm going to bring up. For whom the bell tolls. So, I know Brian, he probably thinks his sister's hilarious. And I adopted Brian, so he's just as much mine as he is anybody's. And I do not share, so remember that. So, other words, he's my brother, and no one else can have the privilege, right, Brian? Right, Brian.
I would agree with her if that was you, Brian.
I'm selfish like that. Brian, he gives the official okay, so we won't have to. I won't have to come to his house and look for any clues, right?
You think Jean is tough when she's thrifting. Watch out with her brother.
And say I'm really protective too. I said I'd put a knot on somebody's head. We have a very old bell here, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. Said, dang, said she beat a man down, much less a female. I might, Brian. I don't. When it comes to people I care about, I don't play. Now you know that
If someone messes with Brian, she's going to throw elbows.
for real. So what we have here is a vintage BLEIKRISTAL, which I sold something like that on the last auction from West Germany. And we're going to start this at $8. It is older. As you can see, it does have its little, look how it's got the little clapper is. It's not just one clapper, it's beaded like that. And let's see if we can nail it. It's getting hot up here. Whew. May have to turn the fan on. It is a vintage Belize crystal bell, West Germany, frosted tulip, 8 inches, 24% lead crystal. It doesn't say what the date is, just the manufacturer origin, and it's in collectible and decorative. Use an item, but it's in really good shape. It is lead crystal. Let me see if I can bring it in where you can see it. And I will give you a measurement on it. It's just one of those really pretty old Germany bells. And I felt like that it's 8 inches tall. And I felt like, how neat is that? The way it's got the little clapper. It is a little chain of beads there. Brian said he's tripping over all his boxes. I know how you feel, Brian, but isn't that neat? There's the inside of it. How beautiful is that bell? I guess this is what they call the tulip right there. Kind of, then as you can see, it's highly marked. Just a beautiful bell. So, okay, now that we're getting down to seriousness, whoever puts a 6 in the chat first gets this bell for $6. And that's a deal. $6. First one puts that $6 in will get this for $6, and that's a good deal. Here it doesn't have a nice ring to it. All right, guys, this is a good deal because it is vintage and it's from West Germany. Opportunity is ringing. Beautiful, beautiful. I just think it's amazing how the detail to even the clapper is not one long wire. It's kind of beaded. That's kind of a nice thing. While you guys are thinking, I'm going to take a drink of this one. So we're not seeing any interest, so we'll pass that. I don't know what I did with that cussed box that had that jewelry in it. Let's see. Whoops. Oh, all right, we will do this. This is another gorgeous, and it's different, and it's a vase, and it is and we'll start this one at 10. It's made in the Czech Republic, Bohemian glass. Of course, they stuck it on there upside down, but this is an old one too. And right there tells you exactly what it is. I can get it to cooperate there. And we will start this at 10. It is beautiful, guys. The thing that I really liked about it is the way the bottom was. It just wasn't a normal little bottom. It actually had an opening on it. I'm not for sure the age on this one. I'll tell you how tall it is. And it's approximately about 9 inches tall. Really pretty, very unique vase. Dealing with sciatica this week, so my nephew put the desk together. Oh my goodness, Brian, I know that hurts. And it kind of hinders your walking. So sorry about that, Brian. I know that anything that has to do with your, especially your lower back, affects your legs and everything. My husband's had problems with that for probably 5 or 6 years now. So there's that one. We'll put that here. I don't know what I brought that box directly up here, and I don't know what happened to it. Isn't that awful? Maybe because the number of boxes, that might be the problem. So, might be the number. Okay, next up, I have, let's see, one, two, three, four, five, six of these little dessert bowls, and they're Jeanette glass. Let me see if I can get to the year of it. And they look like this, and they're ruffled, and I have 6 of them. Let me put it, let me get to, and I know it's Jeanette glass. Let me see if I can get any more particulars on it. So let's see. And they're like little dessert type little bowls that are got some age to them. Where's my camera? So, and there are 6. And I think we'll just start them at, I think we'll start them at $12 for the whole stack. And that's cheap because I believe that equates to $2 a piece. Oh, yeah, Brian, I'm glad that it's not gotten any worse because I know it's painful and it makes it hard to walk. And, there's so many nerves down in your lower back that once you get that, it really, Brian, did you have an injury years ago or so? Oh my God. They're depression glass and they're Jeanette glass and they're vintage. And oh my goodness, if you've seen what one of them sell for, and it's called Iris, is what it's called, is the name of it. So there it is, guys, and their little dessert, glass dessert, little, and I have 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. Let me see how much they're. Okay, they're ruffled 4 of them, so they're selling them for a lot higher. Yeah, they're vintage depression glass, Jeanette glass, iris herringbone pattern, ruffled bowls. But yeah, there we have it. Little dessert type, and they are Jeanette glass. They probably need to be cleaned up a bit. And there's 6 of them. So you get all 6 of these for $12. So that's a good price on those, especially if you entertain or something, or if you just need some bowls and these are the right size. Why not, right? That was gorgeous. You can tell they're old, and it's got that little floral pattern on it right there. Really nice. So we'll put that over there. So next up, we have this little relish. It's like a dish that you would use for like your pickles or your olives at a gathering or something. And I googled this, and this is old as well, and I'll tell you what we're dealing with, but it's a little um where you would put like your whatever your little pickles or your olives, and I'll tell you what it is because I forgot and I slept since then. So so we will get a picture of that, but it's a pretty one. It's different. A lot of times it's hard to get these vintage pieces because most of them met their fate and ended up in the garbage because they got broke. Okay, this is a vintage imperial glass 4-part relish dish, and it's in really good condition, and it is vintage imperial glass. And I'll start this one at $8. It's a really good deal for that, and it is a vintage one, and they're a little bit higher online, as you can see the little dots there along the side. It's in perfect condition. It is divided, and if you entertain, then you have. I like the way it has these little things on each side where you can hold on to it. It's in real good shape for its age. I'm not for sure the age of it. Let me see if it goes into detail. Nope. Let's see here. So it doesn't say, but it's listed. It's listed on eBay, and the shipping is wait a minute, $15 plus the fees. How could shipping be that high? Let me see where this person's from. Mercy. It's only in Ohio. I think
Yeah, I buy a lot on eBay. I shop every day,
do you?
and they're some of the sellers are way overcharging what it actually costs for shipping. You have to be careful.
I know. I felt like that was a little steep. I mean, a little piece like this, it doesn't weigh very much. I think not only are they trying to make money on the piece, they're trying to pad their expenses. So I think that's wrong, but it does happen. You have to watch it. It's really sad these days. You have to watch oh my goodness. There's the box. I'm looking in the wrong spot. Oh my goodness. So inside this box, I know that set's in there. Let's see what was in here.
We have a bid from Minnie on the relish dish.
On the relish dish,
$8.
she's in for 8. Let me set this to the side for 1 minute. Yeah, this is an older one, and with Easter coming up and people, friends and family coming over, so we only one I see in is Minnie, so we're gonna start calling this for Miss Minnie.
We're going once to Minnie. Be really useful for Easter.
Oh yes, it's a beautiful piece.
Yeah. Final warning. We are sold to Minnie. Congratulations.
Congratulations. This is beautiful, and it's in such good condition. I couldn't believe it for the age of it. So that goes to Minnie for 8. Thank you, Miss Minnie. Yeah, there'll be a lot of entertaining come Easter, I'm sure. And, all right. Okay, and then Minnie her name goes on that. And so let's see when I do the tape. And her name goes in the box again. So there are a mix of people in there. I haven't heard anyone bite the next person, so we're good.
We're not making noises in the box.
No noises in the box. I haven't even heard one piece of hair pulled. What is it?
Minnie. Aww.
Okay, Minnie. Well,
Thank you, Minnie.
oh, send to Laura. Minnie's she's really sweet like that.
You know, I treasure all the gifts I get, y'all. I love you all too. I get brought to tears often. I'm kind of an emotional person sometimes. I get brought
Yeah,
to tears a lot when I read the comments on the videos and stuff. So,
yeah, Minnie. She's you meet so many good people on on YouTube, and sometimes it makes up for the ones that are not so good. But hey, that takes all kinds. So what'd you do with that? It takes all kinds. Now I just seen that. I think the smell of this marker is getting to me. What did I do with PU? Now you know you ain't lost it yet. What did I do with that? I sent it over to the. Oh, here it is. I tell you those markers. So we will put that on there. And since I'll just put both your names in there just because. So Minnie goes in there again. And then I'll put Laura in because she's physically going to get something. So
I'm just going in the box for fun. If you draw my name, you're going to draw somebody else, but I'm going in there for the fun. I want to hang out with the gang.
There's Minnie right there. We'll fold her up. I don't know, Laura. Then you're going to have to be forced to pick somebody, and that could be hard. And
No,
Laura's
draw again. I can't pick. It's like children. You can't pick.
You can't pick. There's no way. You don't want to. All right, here we go, and we go. Pop. Pop.
I love it. I'm sorry. I love that.
That's okay. We aim to please. So now we can get into the goodie box here. Wait a minute here. Is that? Let's see. That was one I was going to put out there. That can go out there. Dropper. That's stone as well. Bracelet. Aha, here's the little beauty right here. This is the tiger's eye, the eye of the tiger set. So, set this over here. Now, let me get my little light thingy out here. So, we have next up an ensemble, as I call it, of tiger's eye with a necklace, a bracelet, and the coordinating earrings. And the necklace is pretty long, and I'll give you a measurement. And you have the bracelet that matches, and then you have the earrings with the 925 wire on it that someone probably made it. So I'll give you a measurement on the necklace, and we'll start the whole set at 18, and that's a good deal, just saying, for all this tiger's eye. Let me give you a measurement. Where's my... See, there it is. Of course, you have an over the head on this is approximately, according to this, 16, 18, 36 inches long. Beautiful tiger's eye. Then you have the bracelet as well, tiger's eye. That's pretty decent. And then I will put it here so you can see it better against white because, the necklace is rather long. So we have the bracelet, and we'll put the earrings on there, whatever. And the earrings, I just have it doubled for example purposes, and the ear wires are sterling. And there you have it, the entire set, starting at 18. What a deal! 925 ear wires on that. If you love Tiger's Eye, you have your earrings there, your bracelet at the top, and your necklace, which is 36 inches long. I doubled it so I could get it all on here. It's really pretty. So there's your Tiger's Eye with the coordinating earrings, the whole shebang. Yeah, it is a great deal for especially with the ear wires being 925. There you have it. That's a good deal. Lovely Tiger's Eye, earrings included. I know a Tiger's Eye may not be everyone's jam, but if you change your mind, I'll have it right here in this little bag where we can all know where it's at. That was so nice of Christy and Jody and Colette to come in, because I know they're over it, probably at Bruce and Dennis's, because that's where they're usually at on Thursday. And how do I know? Because I'm over there with them. So she done confess on them. So she'll tell what she knows and what she don't know. No, I'm kidding.
No, I agree. Those ladies are very, very sweet. I've run into them so many times around YouTube, and they are absolutely sweet people.
Alrighty then, we have a Vera Bradley. This is not a purse, and we'll start this at $5. It's like a little wallet there where you put your license, your cards there. Then the other side where you can put your coins and your bills. It has 3 different sections. It does have a kiss lock closure. Wow. Did you hear that? Then there's your signature Vera Bradley right there. It's in pretty good shape, guys. It's one if you're on the go or something and you don't want to take a big purse, you just need your license and everything like that. You just throw that in there and take it with you. And it's in really good shape. If there's any Vera Bradley people out there, I'll give you a measurement on it. It's a pretty good sized one, and we're coming in at 8 inches long and approximately a little bit over 4 inches deep, and it's in really good condition. The metal on it and everything's in good shape. And there's that. I could remember when Vera Bradley was like, people would kill you over it. The bids, oh, did they go high? So there is your Vera right there. Really a pretty one. Anyone watching after the fact, just contact me and we'll take care of you. I'll put that up there. So next up, we have what I call
Bird on the Wire had to step away, and yes, the answer to your question, Bird on the Wire, the Tiger's Eye set is still available. It did not sell. And then Minnie, I see you too. So should we count that down to Bird on the Wire? The Tiger's Eye?
Sure, because no one bid on it, so we will. And Minnie, I got you too.
We got you too, Minnie. All right, going once. Bird on a Wire, going twice. Final warning. Oh, you didn't see it. Do you want to see it, Bird on a Wire?
Oh, sure. I'm sorry. I didn't want to make you. You're like, let me see it, ladies. I didn't get to see it. I will gladly.
And Minnie, we got you. We got you, Minnie. Don't worry.
We got you, Minnie. It's all good. We got it. So I doubled this, honey, because it's like 36 inches long, and I doubled it on the little things so you could see it better and it wouldn't be hanging everywhere. And you do have the stretch bracelet. And you have the earrings on 925 wires. Least to say, I probably couldn't show it to you. And Bird on a Wire said she loves Tiger's Eye. And it's got your earrings that match. So you have an entire ensemble, as I call it. So, and I'll get it all ready so you can see it in all its glory. And there you have it. I'll get it up so you can see it. There you go, sweetie. Isn't that beautiful?
And I think she's passing. She said she's not a fan of the stone and chips.
Okay.
So let us know, Bird on a Wire, if that's a pass.
If that's a pass, sweetie, that's okay. We wanted to show it to you so you could see. Sorry to make that's okay, Bird on a Wire. That is okay. That's what I'm here for, to show these things to you. That's quite all right, because I don't blame you. If I heard a stone that I liked and I didn't get to see it real good, I would request. That's no problem, sweetie. That's no problem at all. So Minnie, she was 5 on the Vera Bradley. Yep. So we'll go ahead and start counting that down for Miss Minnie for that $5.
Going once to Minnie. Going twice to Minnie. Final warning. And sold to Minnie, the amazing Vera Bradley.
Yes, it's in good shape, Minnie. And it's just something that when you don't want to carry a big bulky purse, that you'll have something a little bit lighter that's not so heavy. I wish I'd listened to it, because I carry one. I put everything but the kitchen sink in it. So
well, you could put your lipstick in there too and put it in your big bag. Put your lipstick or your keys.
Lipstick, just something that if you needed to put your keys or something in something.
Yeah. Hello, Craig. Welcome in.
Hey, Craig. Welcome in, sweetie. Good to see you. But no, anytime you guys have a question and don't feel funny about asking to go back to see something, because we will gladly show it to you again if you want to see it or if you missed it. Craig, I hope you're doing well. I know Craig has a lot of health issues too. So there's Miss Minnie's name. And we're going to bring the magic box over here. And we're going to fold Minnie up right here. And we're going to open the box. And poo, pow, poo, pow. No, I don't mind you asking why I would go back. If I showed something at the beginning of the show and you wanted to see it, I'd still go back, because it wouldn't, I mean, hey, that's what we do, So now, what I was going to do next is this retro 80 earring lot, and we're going to start it off at $5, and I'll show you the earrings that's in it. We'll drop the camera. Stay there. So we're going to bring out our little magic board, if I can get it in here. There we go.
You said 5, right?
Yeah, at 5. And look at my room. It looks like a hot mess. It looked pretty good the other day when I cleaned it up. You should have seen it. So we have some gold tone, very retro, 80-ish earrings. And guys, there is a pair of earrings, Kenneth J. Lane for Avon right here. That's worth the price of admission right there. Kenneth J. Lane for Avon. And they are pierced. They do have the backs. Then we have this other pair right here that are pierced as well. Then we have yet, like I said, these are 80s all the way. Then we have this other pair right here. They all have their backs. Then we have this little floral pair right here. It's got like a little shimmer in there. There's that. Then we have these really cute little, I'm not for sure what these are made out of, but they're really cute. I think they're just, I don't know. Sounds like glass to me. They are not, um, they're dangles, and they are not 925 wires, but look how cute those are. And they're on a wire. And all of these are a $5 start. So you've got the Kenneth J. Lane pair right there. They're in really good condition. Kenneth J. Lane for Avon. Then you have this pair here. I mean, they're all in really good condition. That pair, this pair, and all these for $5, and they're in such good condition. Then you have the little floral set right there. And you have the little danglies right here. They're not on 925 wires. Yeah, that's a real good deal. This Kenneth J. Lane for Avon. I just imagine they're vintage, probably from the 70s, something 80s, late 70s, early 80s. And they are a post back right there. But yeah, Kenneth J. Lane is kind of collectible at any phase, really. But yeah. And you get 5 pair. They're $1 a pair. The Kenneth J. Lane for Avon is probably worth that by itself. So we will load all of these back. They're all in really good shape to be for the age. You know, even the rhinestones are still present in these. So there's that. So I know a lot. I think the 80s are coming back this year because I've seen a lot of. I'm actually feeling that good. I'm actually not feeling that good today, though. I hate to hear that, Craig. I really do. So now, excuse my mess. That stuff everywhere. So let me get a drink of water. So I'm going to pull out some brooches here, guys, and these are going to be $5. Buy it now, and I'll lay them out here in a minute. Hang on just a second.
Hi, Francine.
Hey, Francine, sweetie. So we're going to have these brooches, and I went through these last night. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. So these are going to be $5 buy it now. And these are nice, guys, and that's no joke. Here's the first one right here. That is enamel and butterflies. It is not marked. Here's the back of it. It's really, really different. So there's that one.
So it's $5 each. Buy it now.
Yep, $5 each. Buy it now. All you can pack. So this one is different as well, guys. It's probably older. It's a little kind of like a gold tone, like a little flower type. This one's very heavy. Here's the back of it. They're just really, you can tell they're old, and they're really good quality. So this one is a marked one. Let me see what it's marked. And let's see here. All right. Uh-oh. Surely this isn't what I think it is. Let's see here. It looks like they put it so darn close together, you can't really tell. Hang on, let me bring in the big guns here. And man, I can't see for looking. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Do you mean that I would actually give up something like this? Laura said, I don't know. What is it?
I don't know. That flower one looked pretty amazing.
Let's turn this around. It is. It's. Oh my goodness. I don't think it's a. Looks like Coro to me.
Mm.
You mean that she would let a Coro? I think. Don't quote me. It is signed. If your eyes are better than mine, then you will definitely benefit from this. But they got it so close together. But it is marked, and it looks like that. A leaf, and it's silver toned. There's that one. And the next one is this really big gold tone. No, that's a pendant. And this one's cool, guys. Look at this one. It might be kind of Christmas-like, but look at this. Let me get this to where it's going to hook. It's different. And to my knowledge, it is not signed, but look what we have.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't that neat?
Yes.
We have that. What is that, like a trumpet or a...
It looks like a trumpet to me.
I don't know one musical thing from the other. And next we have, and this is marked best on the back. It is a little dirty, but I will clean it. It is marked best right there. It is a snow couple. I know it's not Christmas. And it is a what's that? A pendant as well. And these are snow people. And this is marked best. The Best Jewelry Company, BEST, and there's that one. Let's see here.
And you guys could hang that from a Christmas tree too. Just put a little hook on that.
Oh yeah. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now this one's pretty amazing right here. It's not marked. And I think those are glass in there. Here's your back. Right there. And that's not glass. I think that's just acrylic, but I think these are glass right here. But here's that one. So you have, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. While you're thinking, I'm going to get another drink of water.
So if any of those are your jam, they are 5 each. I would just type in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 to claim.
As they slide down to the bottom. But they are neat, especially that one with all the wire there. Very different. Move it up a little bit. Oh yeah, there's one's marked best and the other one, I mean, you can tell they're older, especially, that one kind of floral one right there by the first one. So there are those. Move this back. Pull that camera up. You know what's holding that camera up? A piece of tape. I had to tape the darn thing. You know how many times that fell off in the beginning? So we'll take these off, and we will bring up. Let's see here. Ouch. That had teeth. Okay, next up we have this beautiful little bracelet. It is a clamper. There's the back of it. It is a clamper. It's in really good shape. And we'll do this one for 6. As you can see, it's in really good condition. There's the inside of it. It is not marked, however, but it is pretty. I would say it's probably a 7.25 because there is room down there, and that's how it looks, right like that. It's really a pretty one. Has all the rhinestones are there and accounted for. And it's just really pretty, and it's heavy, it's made well. There's your underbelly of it, and there's that. Move in a little bit. It's got an AB coated stone right in the middle of it, right there. Very pretty little bracelet. I tell you, when you talk a lot, I don't see how people can sit and not drink any water or anything while they're. So there's that. Like I said, I wear the biggest I can wear that would be a 7.25, and I think that's what that is. And it comes down really nice right there. And Minnie said 6.
Yep, she says yes.
And so we'll not see any other interest. We're going to go ahead and call this down for Miss Minnie. It's really nice. All the stones are there and accounted for.
We are going once to Minnie.
Little spark there at the end.
I agree, Bird on the Wire. It's beautiful. Going twice to Minnie. Final warning. Gina has exquisite taste, so she's not going to bring anything that isn't fabulous.
No, I wouldn't. Ugh.
I know you wouldn't want to. So to Minnie.
So to Minnie, and Minnie goes right into that pot for the. We'll put her name on that and get this bag for Minnie. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Goes to Miss Minnie. We'll just put that right there. And Minnie goes right back into the box, into the mix there. So there is Minnie's name. It's going right back into the. I bet it's getting crowded in there. So there we go. The magic box. Open Sesame. And pow. There we go. Boom. So thank you very much. Now, where was I at and what was I? Oh, I know what I was going to do. Let me pull this. Holy cow, that was close. So I'm getting ready to bring up 2 pieces that have considerable age to them, and you will probably recognize these 2 little. These are statues, and it has Japan in the red on the bottom, and they are vintage. Anytime you see Japan in red on the bottom of something, that means it's worth a little bit more than just regular Japan. And I have a couple right here, and they are bisque. So there she is, and they're in real good condition with her bird. And there he is, and I'll start these at $10 for the set. Thank you, Minnie. So there he is. These are old guys. That's bisque, and they are in good shape. Not one finger or one little. There's the back of him right there. I know years and years ago, people used to collect these. There's your Japan in red right there. And you have the couple, and they are bisque. And so they are a pair. And there they are. Let me move them in a little bit. I remember years back, my aunt used to collect a lot of stuff like this. That was a long time ago. And they are both bisque. Japan on both of them. Very nice. I've had these for a while. Very colonial looking to me. Let's see there, what's on the bottom. And there we have the matching set. And you can tell they go together even by the flowers on her skirt, which is carried out over on him as well. And you can tell that they're a set because, there's too many similarities. And they're about 8 inches tall. And they're in really good shape. So there's those. Alrighty then. Seems like there was something else. And like I said, they're in good condition to be as old as, I'm not for sure the age of them. Their little faces are in really good condition. Sometimes with something the age of this, they get old and, a lot of that detail ends up missing, but those look pretty good to me. So we will put those there and we will move on to the next. And let's see what I was going to grab. Oh, let's do this one. Here we have this Mr. Peanuts jar, and it's from the 75th anniversary, and it does have a Planters 75th anniversary, and I have 2 of them. So it does have a lid on top of it that is in really good shape that you could use to store peanuts in, I guess. And we'll start this at $6, and it's a Mr. Peanut 75th anniversary commemorative little jar here. And like I said, if peanuts are your thing, you could, and here's, look at on the bottom, you even have Mr. Peanut on the bottom. See him there? So there's a little memorabilia there. And I think it even has a number on it. 18 something. Where's that at? And I have 2 of them. So it looks like 1861. Not when this was made. It's just a number that they put on it. But it is an amazing thing. And I have 2 of them. So, Brian can put his shells in it. Well, those are big, Ginger. He may not be able to get very many in there, but it is a very nice jar. 6. Let's see. And I do have 2 of them if there's any interest in them, but they are the 75th anniversary, I guess, of when Mr. Peanut started. Isn't that neat? 75th anniversary, and I do have 2. It does have a fairly decent seal on the jar in case you wanted to put, you could put peanut M&Ms in there if you wanted to. Minis in at 6. And like I said, I do have 2 of them if there's any interest. 75-year anniversary. Wouldn't that be neat sitting on a desk with M&Ms in it or jelly beans or whatever? I got a Rooster budget, so I'm seeing many in at that $6 bid. I don't know what a Rooster budget would be, Brian. So there we have it. So I don't see any other interest. We're going to start to call this down for Miss Minnie. And like I said, I do have an additional 1. So we're going to start counting her down. 75 years anniversary.
Going once to Minnie, and she wants both.
And you got it.
Once to Minnie. Final warning. Sold to Minnie.
Sold to Minnie.
Congratulations, Minnie.
Congrats, Minnie. And I didn't see any other bids, so Minnie's going to get both of them. So I was going to offer if there had been another bid, I was going to offer it for what Minnie had paid for it. So Minnie, 6. Congratulations. And since those are 2 separate items, you will go in twice. I do have 2. The other one is downstairs. I sold those amber glasses to a lady. She goes, well, I can't make it to your auctions because I'm having one myself. And she wanted those amber colored anchor hawking glasses and something else. And I thought, well, since she can't make it, then, I can be a little lenient there. So, yeah, those would be neat with M&Ms or jelly beans or anything your little heart desired. And Minnie goes in there twice. And she said she kept wondering why she was missing the lives because she was on at the same time. So I said, yep. I said, that's probably why. So Minnie's really in there. But it doesn't matter. You ever hear people going in somewhere and somebody would pool and buy a bunch of lotto tickets and a person would go in and play one set of numbers and win everything. That's about how the way it is sometimes. Like they said, it only takes one. So we have 2 for Minnie, and we're going to move this over, bring up the box, and we're going to drop, and we're going to pop. Splat. You're in there. You are in like Flynn. All righty then. Minnie got those. Those are nice though. And it was odd that they had 2 sitting together. So we never know. Let me see here. There was something else that. What was it? Oh, I know what I'm bringing out. Oh boy. I sound like I'm 100 years old when I move. I'm like, oh, ow. That's what happens to you when you get older. Everything that once worked well takes a while to work. Look at this, guys. Do we see the pink in that?
Yes.
Okay, guys, I did a video on this, and there's one little flea bite that I had noticed that I hadn't noticed before. But this is pink depression glass, and it might just be in let me see if I can catch it. It is the most beautiful, if I do say so, little dish, and I'm not for sure what it's used for. It could be in because it really doesn't look like maybe it's right there. Let me see if there's any. But guys, for what this is, one little flea bite doth not a disaster make. Let's see, that's okay right there. Looks like one right there. But all in all, guys, it's in really good shape. You could feel the rough spots, just saying. But look how beautiful this thing is. Isn't that gorgeous? And I know I did a short on it, and it's pink depression glass.
Oh, with the flowers.
Oh, Lord, it's even got flowers right there. Let me pull this up. It's one of the prettier ones that I've seen. So, decision. Somehow it doesn't seem fair to the others, guys. We'll see what happens. What do you mean, Minnie? Your stuff in there? Well, it's like playing the lottery. You never know who's going to get what. And I could draw out a person's name that was only in there once. So we just kind of mix them around, and everybody's got a shot at it. You never know whose name's coming out of that. So, Oh my God, guys, this is so beautiful, and I don't know if I want to sell it or not. They said put it up there and quit quibbling. Let me see. It's right there. It is so minute, but it's right there, right in there. But oh my gosh, it doesn't take away from the beauty. So I think we're going to you're fine, Minnie, at 12, because guys, it is truly worth it. It is a blast from the past, and I'll give you a measurement, but look at that detail. And we're talking about pink depression glass here. Something that the pink you don't see every day, and it's hard to locate. I don't know what this was used for, guys, if it was some kind of baking apparatus, but it is so beautiful. So let me find you can find all kinds of colors of glass, but pink, not so much. Okay, what did I do with that pen? That is not a thing that you find every day. This is the first piece of pink depression glass I have ever come across. And I'm not saying I've been in it for years. Now, where'd that pen go? But y'all know what I'm talking about. It's not like I'm a connoisseur of Jiminy Crickets. When in doubt, get the ruler out. Okay, from end to end, this is coming in at about 11 and a half inches, and it is approximately about 2.5 inches deep. I don't know what it was used for. All I know that it's really amazing. But look at that. I mean, all other things are really, really good on this. You have your handles right here. It's that little flea bite. I think there's a little bubbling right here, which is natural for something like this, but it is so pretty. There's your upper. Like I said, it's hard to. I know someone was selling some pink depression glass and it was dishes. And man, they wanted a lot of money for them, because they knew how hard it was to get. It almost reminds me of like a pie pan, but I wouldn't dare bake anything in that. I guess depression glass is like a pressed glass, or I wonder what the difference is. But it is beautiful. It would even be pretty, even in a thing displayed just like that.
Mhm.
Like a blast from the past. So there she is, or has to be a she because it's pink. Now here's something that I hadn't come across in a long time, and I'd forgotten I even had it. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
And I had forgotten, and I think it sets like that on its bottom, and I think it's mica but let me take a shot of it. But look how gorgeous that is. Now, how different is that? It looks like one of those round tortilla shells, kind of a long one folded in half, but isn't that beautiful? So I will give you a measurement on that. So we're looking at approximately, and I think what it is, you put flowers in there, 12, 13, 14, 15, about 17 inches long and about 5 inches deep. Let me get a picture of this first. And I've had it for a little while, so let's get a picture. There's my dang ruler over there, our measuring. And I've had it for a while, and I want to move it. Not that there's anything wrong with it. It's just that after you have things for a while, it's time to move them on. It could be Mishika, I don't know, but it sure is beautiful. I know that. I had chicken fajitas for dinner, and I think they're talking back. They were good, though. So this is vintage pink pastel calypso. It's Calypso Mikasha. So it's special. Let's make sure that I got the right one. Calypso. Yep, Calypso Mikasha. It's a let me see what they describe it. It's a yeah, that's the one. Vintage pink pastel glass Calypso Mikasha crystal floral petal bow plate. So I guess you would set it up. Let me see if it'll set up. Yeah, it sits like this on the little things. So I'll start this at 10. And that might be nuts, but it is a beautiful piece. And you're designing, it's a Mikasha Calypso, and your raised areas on the outside. Welcome back, Brian. And it sits like this. So I don't know what you would put in that, but it is some kind of vessel of some sort. It would be pretty with greenery in there and maybe some candles or some kind of a flameless type candle in there would be pretty in there. But yeah, I'll move it in so you can see it's got that pink tinge to it there. And it sits up, I guess, with a little point sticking out, or it's kind of neat in the construction
Mm-hmm.
because the way it sits on whoever done this, and it sits straight as an arrow. So whoever done this definitely knew a little bit about what's that? How to get something to sit straight with lifted areas. So there that is. That's a big one. It's about yay big.
And Ginger says, yes, she is in for 10.
And Ginger said she's in for 10. And let me make sure I was right. That was 17. Actually, it's 17 and a half because I found the good one. So I see Ginger in at 10, and that is beautiful. Ginger, what plans do you have for this little beauty? I'm curious.
I'm curious too, because I see that sitting like on one of those narrow console tables, because you
Mm-hmm.
enter the home and then you have those narrow tables.
Yeah, it is gorgeous. So I don't see any other interest. So we're going to call this down for Ginger. It is beautiful. You have your color in there, and it's a
Going
neat
once,
once.
going twice to Ginger. Final warning. So to Ginger. Congratulations.
Very good. This is beautiful. I mean, there's so many things that you could do with it. It's such a beautiful. It's one of those pieces that have to be seen. That's for sure. And I've had that for a while. Congratulations. And Ginger herself is going into the heap in there. It's anybody's game. You never know. You never know what you're going to be in for. So I will write Ginger down. She's going into the, the thingy there. And here is her name right here. Miss Ginger. And we're going to fold you up and over to the Aladdin box we go. And it's opened up automatically because it knows what its job is. And pal,
Come on in and join the party.
there's a party in that there box. Congratulations. I've had that for a while. It was just tucked away. Set this over here. Right there. So next up, I think I'll do this well, I just seen it. Let's see, not that, but I am losing it here. I just seen that. Where'd it go? You're like, what is she looking for? It was that, duh. Hello. I know for sure that marker's intoxicating me because I can't think. Got a thinking problem. Okay, guys, look at this beautiful bottle. It is an older one. It does have a pour spout on it if you wanted to put, I'm not for sure what was in there, if it was glass or cork or whatever. I will start this one at, let's start this one at 7. There's your bottom right there, and it says DESPAT. Where's my eye at? Oops. You're like, there goes our eyes. She just blinded us. It's DED something S PA something and a something in a circle and 741. But it is an old vintage bottle. You could use it for, as you can see, it does have a little pour spout on it. It is older, as you can see. They don't make bottles like that no more. I don't think it really fell under a certain category. And I'll give you a measurement on it. It's just a nice little vintage type. Like I said, you know, it would be pretty just to sit around. So it's a hair over. It's about 8 1/4. And it's just a really, of course, it needs a bath, and I would take care of that. DESPAT.PNOG7 I in the middle in the circle and a 4, but it is a rather lovely little doodad there. And you can tell, you know, they just don't make bottles like this anymore.
I love that it's not round, that it's square.
It's square, right. It does have a very beautiful patterning on that. Like I said, you could add I'm not for sure if there was something that was in there that was glass and is long since gone, or if it was a cork, who knows? You could put a cork in that. There, look inside there, really nice little bottle. I know some people do collect these, but there you have it. Get me another drink here. So there she is. If anyone changes their mind, it's really a nice one. I like the way that they have the handle going the same way the pour spout does. You know, I thought that was neat. My nose itches. So we will put that over here. Okay, guys, you know what they say, the best laid plans that you may never get to. So I am going to offer this as full of glass beads. There are many, and they are not AB coated. They are already drilled for necklace making. And you get the container and the beads. And I'm going to start it at I'm going to start this at $7. You get many, many beads. And they are glass and they are faceted. And there's 2 different sizes. Glass beads are expensive, guys. They really are. And they're, you know, they are faceted right there. As you can see, the many facets. There's one, and then there is a smaller one as well. And these are all glass. You know, those would be expensive, and I'm not for sure the count, but as you can see, it fills this. And you're going to get the vessel. You're going to get all that. They're not AB coated, but hey, a glass bead is a glass bead, and you don't come by them. And when you do, especially ones this size, usually pay a premium for them. But there, glance upon the gorgeousness. And there you have your faceted, beautiful, faceted beads there. The white. Yeah, those are nice. Those would be nice in jewelry making to make a necklace out of these and add some color to it so that it would reflect off of the faceting of these glass beads. I would hate to even price these at a craft store. It would be crazy. Especially they're already pre-drilled, and you get this too. So I don't know what went in there or whatever, but all these pretty beads, and they're all glass, as you can hear them in there. All of those. But there's that one. I must say, I hope my camera's been behaving tonight, guys.
Your camera's perfect tonight.
Ooh. Look
Okay,
at
so I placed a bid for 7, but if somebody else comes in, I'm going out. I
Laura
only bid.
she wants that because I know what Laura's going to do with them. Laura said, "Would you get out of my mind for once?" There, I'm on a buying freezer. I'd bet against you, Laura. Well, Bird on a Wire, we're glad you're here. You don't, you don't have to. You can come in and have fun, and we can have fun with you. And it's not all about the, because I understand, I'm glad, Brian, because I was just about over it. So this will be going to Laura.
All right. We'll let's count it down to be fair in case someone wants to come in.
Down. She's going to count her down just to be on the fair side.
Yeah. And we are very glad you're here, Bird on a Wire.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but if somebody else wants it, you guys, I'm going to go out.
There.
Okay, sold to me. And also, can I say something?
Sure.
And right when I got done with my last sale, I got the most beautiful email from Bird on a Wire. And I don't know what happened. I really think it was a YouTube glitch because she was in the chat saying hi to us. But we couldn't see her. I went back and rewatched. But Bird on a Wire, I want you to know I manually added you in as a moderator. So I'm hoping if you come back that we can all see you.
Yeah.
It broke my heart that we couldn't see you. And I know you're not blocked. I checked. So I hope you can come back and chat with us again.
Yeah, because we don't, I think a lot of it, there's a lot of people out there that want to be a part of good company.
Yes.
And it's nice for people to purchase, but it's not a requirement. Just come in and act silly right along with me. So
yes,
and that
we just want you to come in and enjoy the conversation.
Yeah, we want you to be a part of it too. And I never would look down on anybody in the chat that doesn't purchase. I wouldn't do it because it's not right. It's not fair. And Laura, I'll take these out of this vessel and put them in something different.
Okay.
That way they're not going to get beat and banged around. Awesome. There you go.
If anybody wants the vessel, I don't necessarily need it. If anybody would like it.
I'm back in the amazing box of Tall Tales. Pop. Yeah, we're buying is not just come in. And I think a lot of times that people, especially people that work or something or is out in the world, and they just want to sit down and watch pretty things, have pleasant conversation, and just forget about everything else.
Yes.
So that is a good thing. because I know there's enough stress out there already without, it's just good to come in and take your shoes off, put your feet up, and enjoy things. And we enjoy you being here, and you're always welcome in either chat, sweetie, regardless of what, we don't put expectations on anyone. So we really don't. We just want you to. So we have some beautiful Anchor Hawking glasses and a beautiful royal cobalt blue. So I have 4 of them. You always know I like. You are too, Bird on a Wire, and we want you to feel welcome. It's really important that people, especially, if you've had a bad day and you come into the chat and everyone's friendly and there's no expectations, it just, that's not, it's not all about selling. It's about the relationship that you have with people. That's the most important, right? So I have 4 Anchor Hawking and cobalt blue. Aren't they beautiful? With the hobnail. And I have 4 of them. And let's start all 4 at $10. You get all 4 for $10. They are beautiful vintage Anchor Hawking goblet type. There's your bottom. And let me look. I mean, I've been in, you can go into a chat and some of your people make you laugh and you just feel so much better. And, that's what it's about, It's good. Some people I laugh in their chat more than others, but still, it does. It's so much fun to be the interaction with people. It really is. Okay, not only they're Libby. They're Libby, not Anchor Hawking. So what it is a vintage Libby glass goblet, specifically 6.5 tall dark blue embossed bubble dot design water goblets. And the design is considered mid-century modern, dating back to the 1960s. So we have these lovely little water goblets dating back to the 1960s, and they're in really good condition. They start with the lighter blue and go down into the darker blue on the stem. And then there's that part. And they are from the 60s. I seem to get a lot of things from 60s. Must have been I was born in 64, but 60s must have definitely been my year. But aren't they beautiful? In mint condition, kind of stippling like on the bottom right there, just really well made, well taken care of. There's no chips or cracks on any of them, and they're just, if you like blue, then you will love these. But that's what they are. They are Libby, and I had Anchor Hawking on the brain. So you get 4 for a $10 start. I think they're really pretty. So there's those. I come across a lot of amazing things like these goblets and different things like that. So we will put these back over here out of harm's way, because Lord knows I'd be like a bull in a china cabinet myself. I didn't watch it. Alrighty then. Okay, you teapot enthusiast out there. I think I offered this before, and I don't remember what I have. Let's see, it's something. So we'll do this. So I know a lot of people collect teapots, and I've got a really cute one. Yeah, it is pretty, isn't it, Brian? It's one of those unusual type colors that you don't see every day. We have this darling little teapot with the look on there. It looks like a hat. Isn't that beautiful? And I'll start this one at $6, and that's as low as I can go. And that may be a little too low. It's very clean. On the bottom, it says made in China, and it's got WCL. It's just really cute. It'd be a cute sit around, and I'll give you a lot of people collect these. So going across, it is approximately about 9 inches. And we'll put the cute little hat on there. There are no imperfections. Of course, it needs a bath, but you can't buy anything on consignment that doesn't need a bath. So it's coming in at about 7 inches tall. It's just adorable. It's ceramic. I think those are hand painted on there. Okay, Brian, they'll be over in the corner over there. But it's just really a little precious little hand-painted teapot. Wouldn't that be cute if that had like the cups with it and they were like, I don't know, they would coordinate with that, but it's in really good condition. Ceramic, and I think that's hand-painted and glazed over top, but it's just really cute. I know teapots were quite the rage not too long ago here, but there is that one. Set this back somewhere. I'm surrounded by stuff here. All right, moving on. Let's see here. What do we have? That's already sold. And so let's go back to the Vera Bradley family again. And I have this is probably for a little girl or a big girl, either one, depending upon, what size. And it is a backpack, and it is Vera Bradley. And we'll start this at $6. There are your straps in the back. Here's what it looks like on the inside. It's got little pockets. It might be for a little girl. I don't know, but it is a smaller one, but it might be for a big girl. Put your stuff on, put it over your shoulder like that. It does have a zipper right there. Like if you're going to taking your kids to some kind of fair or something where you don't want to have to pack a lot of things. And shoot, a lot of people have got to the point where they're strapping it in the front because you can't trust people. Isn't that awful? But yeah, people are actually putting it that way you're whatever safe and you don't have to carry a big heavy purse. And that right there was tied on there. That can be cut off. I don't know why it was there, but there's your Vera Bradley. Let me give you a measurement on it. Yeah, in this day and time, I'd put it right on the front. That way, somebody comes at you, you got more defense if somebody's coming at you from the front. So this is approximately 12 inches by, let's see, 10 inches, and it's just in really good shape. Somebody tied that on there. I just never took it off. So there is a Vera Bradley in really good shape. It doesn't have any wild odor to it or nothing. And there's your inside.
That is adorable, especially for a young girl going to school.
Yeah, a young girl or, a small girl, for a grandchild or whatever, they would love that. And if they got something on it, you could just throw it in the washer and wash it and it would probably come right out. But these were really, a couple years ago, people was really going after those Vera Bradleys. Man, they'd be bidding like crazy on those. Let me lean over and get.
Hi, Beth. Welcome in.
I was just thinking about you, Beth, when I was reaching up there. That was weird. Hey, Beth, welcome in, sweetie. Good to see you.
Man, Minnie is in for the backpack.
Minnie said, nope, pick that back up. So she Beth, we was talking about corn cobs earlier. We won't give any more details about that. So, and the person I asked about what this fellow lives in the Philippines, and when I asked him what his mother wiped his bottom with, he didn't say nothing. We didn't hear nothing the rest of the night. Inquiring minds want to know. So we have Minnie in at 6. Well, I mean, wouldn't you be curious about it? Maybe I'm curious. Maybe I want to know more than I should, but who's counting? So, so we have Minnie in for $6. Nice little Vera Bradley backpack. There's your little straps right there. I hope there's not a corn cob emoji or I'm gonna lose it.
I think there is.
Oh no.
I've seen Brian use that emoji.
Brian, what was you using that emoji for?
Oh.
So there we go. I think Beth's probably to the point of hysteria by now.
See? I know I've seen it before. Sorry, Brian, I didn't mean to call you out.
All right, we'll start calling this down for Minnie if I don't see any other interest. It's a beautiful little Vera Bradley.
All right, we're going once to Minnie. We are going twice.
Why are you practicing?
Final warning.
I'm laughing behind the curtain here.
Minnie, you are the winner.
You are the winner. Okay, Minnie. All righty then. That's a good deal on that.
Yeah,
Minnie.
that was a great deal.
And no, there's not a free corn cob with every order neither.
I only have men in my life, so I can't do anything pink. All boys.
All boys, yeah. I just had the one daughter.
Yep, you found that. See, there's a corn cob emoji.
Yep. I forget whose chat we was in talking about that, but it was just so funny. I bet it wasn't funny to the ones that had to use them, was it? All righty then. Well, we've become very primitive over the years. I couldn't even, I don't know. Oh. What a thing to be laughing about. So there's Minnie. But all jokes aside, back in the day, I guess they had outhouses and, I guess that before toilet paper was invented or even if they could afford it, that was another thing. And so here it goes and pal.
Hello, Dawn. Welcome in.
Hey, Dawn. We're not laughing at you, Dawn. She said, what are they laughing about? It's if I tell you, I won't be able to stop laughing. So somebody's going to tell her. I know they are. She's going to see it. So this little thing sells for high dollar, and it's an apple, and it's a jug, and it looks like it might have been used to maybe to pour a vinegar or something, but it doesn't have a stopper. But let me get. Oh no! If I get the giggles, all bets are off. Let's see here, and I know this sold for really expensive, and I'm not really sure why. It's a little bitty jug. It's even got the little apple looking thing on the bottom. You know how an apple looks with those little curves right there, but it was expensive, and I don't remember why. But we'll start it at 10, and that if somebody would get a hold of that and put it online and charge something like $75, yeah. So what this is a White House vinegar vintage 1930s figural container. And somebody's got it listed for 75, 35. Excuse me. And it's an apple cider vinegar holder. Let's see. I'm getting lard and not lard like renders from a hog, but L A L I it's LAIRD Glass Company is what this is. So we're gonna start it at 10. But there you have it. Somebody must really think they've got something because it was listed for 75. And what makes them think that was worth $75? Maybe because the year of it. I notice it's still up there. But it's for vinegar. It's very different. It's pressed glass. It's a White House Vinegar Vintage 1930s figural apple heavy pressed glass jug, measures 7 inches high and 4.5 inches wide. So there you have it. They really won high dollar online for that. But it is a apple cider vinegar thingy. And you notice, look how it looks like wood up here and right there. And I guess that's where you pour it from, right there. But it is different. But I like those things that are from bygone days.
It's beautiful.
It needs to be cleaned up a little bit, but so there's that. We will set this over here and let me see. I've got stuff to the back there. That'd break my neck if I tried to get. Hang on, I see something. We like the neck in one spot.
Please be careful.
I will, sure. Okay, let's stick. Oh my gosh. It didn't break. So now look at what we have now. And I think this is like a teardrop type. It's an older fruit bowl with many things inside of it. So let me take a quick picture, but I think that's like a teardrop design, and this is older, and it is a little fruit bowl. There's your bottom right there. Let me take it. I think it's like a water drop or a teardrop or something. Let me shoot a picture of that. Camera. So, and it is a little fruit bowl, and let me get the particulars on it. Let's see here. Oh my. You find the right one. It's a pressed glass compote. Let's see if that's the right one. Vintage thick glass. Yeah, that's it. No, it's not. Or is it? Let me see some other sides. This is the triple drip, so that's not it. Let's see here. Let's find it. But anyway, it calls it a compote, but I think it's a little bigger than what I would refer to a compote. But let me see if I can find it. Got a high dollar in here. Let's see what this is. But anyway, it's vintage. It's really a nice one. Thank you, Dawn. Vintage. It's a no, this is a fruit bowl with thick glass stemmed fruit bowl is what it is. Let me visit it. So I'm going to start this. It might be crazy. It's worth a whole lot more according to this. Let's start this at $12. That seems to be the magic number tonight, and it's worth far more than that. And it's pressed glass, it's vintage, and that's like a either a teardrop or something, teardrop or water droplet. Goodwill had a wood roll up desk for $9, and I didn't have a truck to get it the other day. Oh, a roll for $9? What a deal! So this one's up for 12, and I think that's either a water droplet. And yeah, and it's old, and it's a little fruit bowl, like you would put, your fruit in, and it's an older one. There's that. We'll take a measurement on it. I tell you, Brian's Goodwill has some good prices. He showed me some pictures of a chair he bought, and I'm like, dang. And it was really nice. Looks like it's about 8 inches tall. That would be beautiful. And look at the little detailing right there on that glass. Isn't that neat? So it's definitely, I wonder if you could get an Uber for times like that. I don't know, Bird on a Wire. I don't know if Ubers have trucks or not. My husband, he's got an old beater, as I call it, that has a big long bed on it, and it's good to haul things in. So he's getting the windshield replaced on that. But yeah, that's an oldie but a goodie. It's really a nice one. So there's that. And let's put this back over here. Alrighty then. Oh, I forgot about this. This little Napco beauty. Okay, this is a Napco, and I've got Napco on the brain. It's a Lefton. Hello. A Lefton China, hand painted. It's got the crown on it. And this is a Lefton piece. And this is a, let's see, Lefton. A dogtooth violet on the front. And this is an older piece. I'll bring this in. I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not because it's so incredibly tiny. Let's see if I can finagle this. Probably not. Let me see. But it is a Lefton piece. And we'll start this one at $6 because of what it is. Lefton is very collectible. It is a plate that is a dogtooth violet. It's not a plate that you eat off of. You hang it on the wall. And it is approximately, it's an older one, about 8 inches across. It is an older one. I think that's hand painted on there. It's got a little hanger on the back right there. And there you go. There's a dogtooth violet that you find out in the woods a lot. Basically, I've seen them out there before. And they've got all that greenery and they come up on that long stem there. So there's that one. That's the way to do it, Brian. I used to have a big truck, Buick, and I could haul many big things. Yeah, the truck is very handy, I'm telling you, because
Can I see the hanger on that up close,
sure,
Gina?
sure, let me find it. It looks like a piece of line to me, but here's what that looks like right there.
Oh.
It looks like fishing line to me, but see the clear line.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
I don't know if somebody
I'm going in.
She's going in. That's a deal. Starting at
I'll
6.
go out if somebody else wants it. If somebody else wants it, I'll go out.
So we're gonna start calling this down for Laura because I didn't see anybody beating the door down for it. So we'll go ahead and call it. So if anyone wants to come in, this would be the time to do it. Beautiful Lefton China. Got your little stamp on the. I think someone put that on there, Laura. I don't think that came like that. I think they did their own thing.
Yeah, I think it'll still work. Okay, you guys, I'll go out if somebody wants it.
Thank you, Francine. I put them sideways in the truck and back seat.
Okay.
Good to see you, friend. Don't tell anyone. Too late. Telegram, telephone, tell me. No, I'm kidding. I'm not a perpetrator of gossip. There we go.
Okay.
So,
sold to me. Thank you, Gina.
Laura, congratulations, and you get to take a dip in the box again. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I mean, man, I tell you, the paint, there is no paint that is missing, nothing on this. That's what I thought. And it's got to be old. And
I love reticulated plates. I don't know what it is about them. I got a thing for them.
What, that have this open space?
Yeah. Love them.
That is a beauty. There indeed. So we will put that in a safe spot, and Laura gets to take the dive again and with the others in there.
Move over, everyone. I'm going in.
And there you are. Boy, that marker stinks. That'll be the next big thing, kids sniffing markers. So there we go, and we're pal in the box.
That was a rough landing.
That was rough because I think Brian caught you when you came in there. Brian or Minnie, whoever's hand was out first. Let's see, what else do we have here? All righty, then we have this Andrea by Sadik. And here's the bottom of it, and we'll start her at $6. She's probably worth a lot more, but there's that. There's your Andrea by Sadik. And we'll start her at $6. There is not one finger broken off, which that happens a lot. There's see your fingers right there. They're in really good condition. Turning her this way. There's her finger is in great condition. Andrea by Sadik, that's another collectible thing. Oh, Brian's tickled. And there's her beautiful face. right there. She's just a beautiful little, she's a kind of like a bisque porcelain. She's just and she's numbered by Andrea and 8260. I know when this stuff used to be all the rage back in the day, especially in the 80s. So there's her face. Pretty little thing. There's the back. And there, like that. And there she is, and she's all barefooted. There's her feet. So there's that. And she's like a bisque porcelain, is what she is. Very good. You know, when you get them and the fingers aren't decimated, that says a lot, doesn't it? When you don't have decimated fingers, that says a lot. So, right there. So next, let's go ahead and do this decor thing. I know Halloween and Thanksgiving is long since gone, but we have this beautiful pumpkin here that has a place in the back where you can put a candle in there. And to my knowledge, I've never seen anything. It's not black. And we'll do this for $6. It is a pumpkin. It does have little cutouts. Right there you have where you can put a little tea light. I wouldn't dare put with all these tea lights that are battery operated. I wouldn't dare. Yeah, that's true. And could you imagine the light in there and that all that coming from out there? It's a good size, guys. It's ceramic. We got to have a variety of things here. And this is coming in at about 8.5 inches tall. And it's really good. There's no chips or cracks in it. The bottom, here's oh, mercy. You know what this thing sold for, guys? $29. No joke. Right there.
I believe it. Pumpkin stuff is expensive.
Isn't it beautiful, though?
It's gorgeous.
But that would be, I don't know. That would be pretty made into a wind chime, just saying.
Oh, stop reading my mind.
It was an accident. Wouldn't that, though?
And I have two forks that have leaves on them, if you can believe that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And then you could attach your little stuff. Laura said, I know what you're doing, but it is beautiful. And, you know, it's in nice condition. It's not cracked or anything. $30. So they probably just wanted the pumpkin, not rights to the company, right? I remember I said that I went into, I was looking for buttons and I thought these buttons was one price and they rang it up and it was outrageous. I said, I just wanted buttons, not rights to the company. I'm like, wow, mercy.
And Laura went in for $6.
Oh, did you?
Yep, Beth said get it, so it's her fault.
But oh, this would make it magnificent. It's Beth's fault. But that's a good deal because it's really nice. Of course, that sticker on the bottom, but it must have been bought at a Kirkland's or something like that, where everything's high dollar. All righty then. I guess not seeing any interest. We'll call it down. If somebody is interested, now's the time to come in.
You guys can bid against me. I'll go out.
If someone comes in against her, she'll go out. But the floor is yours.
Okay. It is
Okay.
sold to me.
There
Thank
it goes.
you, Gina.
It's sold to Laura.
I love it.
That's going to be a beautiful. Couldn't you imagine that at night and having it
Mhm.
hanging low enough to where you can set a light in it? Oh boy.
You guys, I
Yes,
am. I'm
she is.
sourcing from Gina, and I love it. It's great because I get to support Gina. I don't have to go to the thrift store, but I'll
And
still
get all
go.
the goodness in one place.
In those old forks that I got, two of them have these ginormous maple leaves on them, and I thought that has
Oh,
to be for the
really?
fall. Yeah, it's going to be
Yeah.
perfect. Yay! Thank you. Thanks everyone for the congrats.
And guess what? You get in to go into the magic Aladdin box for the end of the night. See who's gonna walk away with the prize. So there, let's get her back out. And open says me, and we're gonna drop this right down in there and pop. There we go. There's a bunch in there. It's anybody's game, guys.
And you guys, I got some good stuff from, I don't know if y'all know that the turtle shell is Beth. I got some good
Yes.
stuff from Beth too. And it's coming in the next sale.
You're like, oh boy, oh boy. Let's see here. Let's get this in a good place here. Right there. So, what is next? Since she's making us offers we can't refuse. Let's see here. Okay. Let's do this. Let me see here. She's a digging. Oh, this is pretty. Let's dig into some of the necklaces here. Oh, that's nice as well. There's that. And thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. It's always nice to. I got a bag of thimbles somewhere. There's some thimbles in this bag, but I have a whole bag of thimbles. If anybody collects those, let me see what's in here. This is only two.
Hello, Face.
Hey, Face the Ace. Welcome in, sweetie. Let me see here. That's not all of my. This is the pen thing, but I've got some thimbles. Laura, I hate to tell you this. Well, it's not anything really bad. You're gonna scream. I know you're gonna say. So I bought this set of state spoons, and it's from the 70s or the 80s, and they're all in their box. And guess what state's in there?
I don't know. All of them? Nebraska?
Bingo.
Oh, wow.
And
Is it like a teaspoon?
Yeah, they're like, and they're real fancy on the end of them. And they're downstairs in the bedroom. And they're states, and they're really fancy, and they're in the original box that was sent to the person.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, your state was one of them. I'll have to take a picture of them later and send it to you. So, but the end of the spoon is really fancy. Thank you, Face the Ace. So let's switch gears here and go to some beautiful necklaces. All right. So first up, we have this beautiful faux pearl. It's not marked. Set this here. It has a lobster claw, and look at this, guys. It's faux pearl. Look how gorgeous that is. We're going to start this one at $6. Those are faux pearls. This necklace is not marked. It's gold tone. Here is your little extender right there, and I'll give you a measurement while I got it down here. And that's the way it kind of looks like a bib type thing to me. So I'll give you a measurement going across. It is approximately 18 with an additional extender of 2 inches. It's really pretty. I'll put it on the little board over here so you can see it better. It's got a generous extender, which some of them are so short that, and then you get real long ones and they put an extender on them and you're like, what for? Why is that on there? You can put it over your head. And look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Well, once I get it to behave, but it's a gold tone chain, faux pearls, and I'll bring it in for the look there. Isn't that beautiful? Nice gold tone. Bird on a wire, so that's so beautiful on you. You should keep it. That's my problem. I'm keeping too much. We got to let go. But isn't that beautiful?
Oh, and we have a bid from the beautiful Dawn. She loves her pearls.
There you go, Dawn. This is a beauty. And then there you have your back right there that's got the little thingy right there. A generous extender. Beautiful gold tone faux pearls. You've got your big ones and your little ones. So we're going to start counting this down for Dawn if I'm not seeing any bids. That is beautiful, though. I like the way that's put together. It's gorgeous. So there we go.
We're going once to Dawn. Going twice. Dawn wants to get in the party box. Final warning.
Yeah, she wants to get in there and with the best of them.
Dawn. Congrats.
Congrats, Dawn. Let me write, because you will go into the box. There's quite a few of you in there, so we'll see who.
We're going to order a pizza, I think.
Do what? Yeah, you'll have to order a pizza because there's definitely you're probably getting hungry by now and getting shook around. You probably feel like you've been beat up. Thank you, Dawn. Congratulations. I haven't heard of anyone complaining being pinched yet, so we're good. That's for Dawn. Thank you, ma'am. And Dawn is going into the Alibaba box of plenty. So let's tear this off. And this is why I call it Alibaba, because it has that little tassel on there. So we're going to open it up, and here Dawn goes. Let me get her folded up. It's anybody's game. Don't forget. And here we go. Psh, pow. There you go. Whoop, there it is. But this is our little Alibaba box. The tassel is what caused me to name it that. So there we go. Tassel in the castle here. Let's see. This is another beautiful one. We got glass beads and we got it all. Let's see here. Where's my white little thingy? Let's see. There it is. So this one, guys, we'll start this one at the same price. I think we had 6. Look at this. And guys, those beads are glass. Look at that chain. It's kind of like a larger box chain, and it goes on into that. And I'm going to give you a measurement to go across. It does have a very generous extender. It's just, I think it's an older one, but those beads are glass. I can tell you that for sure. So let me outstretch this So we're looking at about 16 inches, but you come over here and you've got an extension of 3.5 inches. That's pretty darn good. And we will put it, I'll hold it up once again so you can see it. That is glass. And look at that. Look how that's put together. Is that not beautiful or what? And then we have a lobster claw right there. It's in really good condition. It's a little sticky. It needs to be wiped off. Then look at what you've got on the end here for your little, let me turn it around. You got that little thing right there on the end with that little glass stone on it. If I can get it to quit moving. Right there. And I will show you how it looks on the neck. It's a very nice one. It needs to be wiped off. It's a little sticky. And even though it's not very big, as far as the main body of the necklace, it does have a nice extender. And let's put this on here and I will show you what it's about. Turn the right direction here. It's twisted. This is one of those ones that if you don't have it, let's see here. Maybe I had it where it was twisted. No, that's right. There we go. Now, look at that. And that is glass. If that doesn't scream style and sophistication with some glass and some coated there, that could be used for a belt. Well, I guess, Brian, you'd have to add a lot of, somebody'd have to have an awful tiny waist, that's for sure. But isn't that beautiful? All those, and then look how gorgeous this is at the top.
Looks like chainmail. I love that. That's beautiful.
Isn't that pretty? It's a little on the sticky side. And Bird on a Wire sub to the turtle shell. All right. Thank you so much, Bird on a Wire. And these are all glass.
Bird, turtle, bird, birds and turtles. Bird, and her name's Beth. She does live sales on Saturday and Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see us all in there.
No, Brian, honey, it's only like maybe 18 inches with a 3-inch extender. You'd have to be really, really thin. But isn't it beautiful? Just a gorgeous piece. Just say somebody'd have to do an extreme slim fast diet for that. So we will put this over here. Next, let's see what we have. Okay, I've got the biggest lot. This is a big lot of paparazzi, and it's all new. And I never sold paparazzi. I just happened to come on to a lot of it. Let's see how it's this. And paparazzi is not the best, and it's not the worst neither, if you think about it. This will be coming up next. So we're going to start all this paparazzi at $10, all of it. You get all of it, and I'm about to show you what you're going to get. It's all brand new, still on the card. We know that paparazzi does retail for $5 a card. So here we have some earrings and have roses on them. They're in here. Let me take them out so you can see them. But the whole lot for 10. Like I said, it's not the best and it's not the worst, guys, really. Look at the earrings. Those are paparazzi. How cute. And they're new and they're still, and I think I have the entire set of that. And we have, it looks like we have the ring that matches. Of course, it's just a stretch ring. Pre-COVID hurt my sales big time. Then we have this lovely little set right here. If I can get into the bag. Let's see. So we have this little pearlesque pipe gold tone. Oh, here's the remainder. So this necklace obviously goes with the previous. What in the world? Why is that stuck? Goes with the previous set. And this is what it looks like. And it's got its own little earrings with it. And then it looks like they bought the extra brand new on the card. Never used. There is the earrings. All this is brand new. Let me see if I can get it back in the thing. That ought to be a real thrill. So that's like a set with the necklace and the whole shebang. Let's see here. There's that. Moving on, we also have, do we have two of the same thing? We might. No, this is the bracelet, guys. This is the little dangle bracelet that goes with the set that I previously showed you. And I thought, Lord, surely I ain't got the two. So there's an entire set all together, the ring and everything like that. Let's put all that back in here. Close it down. And then we have this whole bag. So all of it's brand new. Here's a necklace that kind of makes you look like you walk on the wild side, but to each their own. So here's this one in the pink. First time I ever seen a pink metal before. Come on off of there. And it has the coordinating earrings, and there's the pink right there. Kind of the punk gothic look. Punk gothic. There's that. Everything is new on the card. Put that in there. Then there is a bracelet right there, brand new on the card colors. Here is some rhinestone bracelets, all those in that bag. Then we have a pair of earrings that no, it's an earring and necklace set. And I think I have something like this. And there's your little, like your little faux pearls and your rhinestone. I have something like that. So all this, and I think there's a couple more pieces in there that we'll look at, and that will be the lot. Here is a very wild pair of earrings that look like hearts right there. And here is a little necklace with the matching earrings. So this is all together. You get all of it for $10. All of it. So you put it all together. So that is a paparazzi lot. Put that together. And we will move on to this one. I believe this is all glass. It's got some different glass. It's a longer length. And it has a lobster claw. And it's marked. Let's see who we have here. What did I do with my eye? So we have marked, and it's glass. It's cold as ice up in here. It says, oh my goodness, it has 925 findings on it. And I was getting ready to let that go for pennies on the dollar. Not Can't do that. But yeah, that's sterling, right? That the findings are sterling. It's got that tag hanging there. And let's start this. As you can see, you have many, many glass stones. And we'll start this one at 7. It is a longer one, but it does have a 925 clasp. Where did I see it? That is 925. The little 925 tag is hanging right there. And I will give you a measurement on it. What a deal. It's very colorful. So I will measure this real quick. And it appears that it is approximately, I would say 17, 14, about 34 inches long. I don't know why they put a clasp on it when you could have just put it over your head, but who am I to judge? But that is 925 sterling, that clasp. But it's really neat. I guess it would go, I would double that. Of course, everybody's neck is not real small, but that is neat. I don't know about if these other ones are sterling. I don't know if it is. Then you're getting a good deal. It may not be. Don't quote me on it. I'm not saying yay or nay, but you just never know because the lobster claw and the other thing was sterling. So we'll put that over there. Okay, guys, these are really old. So what we have here, these are bottle openers, and to say they're vintage is an understatement.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not for sure the year of it. They're probably what's that? I can't even think. Oh, what's that real hard? Pewter. They may be pewter and it might not be. I'm not for sure. But guys, these are bottle openers and it's his and hers and they're really old. The king and the queen. And I know I paid pretty good for these, and I'm going to start both of them for 15. They probably need to be cleaned up. You have both the king and the queen, and they're bottle openers. And I probably paid quite a bit more than what I'm quoting. But there you have it. You can tell that they're old. I'll give you a measurement on the height of them. So they're both coming in at about 6.5 inches. I guess aren't they neat? This is the part where it goes up underneath the thing when you open the bottle. And they're just a really neat set. King and queen. So there you have it right there. They're really neat and the repair. So let me move them in closer so you can see. But there you have it. Aren't those neat? It's something you don't see every day. I'm not for sure on the age of them, but they probably, judging from the intricacies of the metal and stuff, they probably have some good age on them. And they need to be cleaned. I never tried to use, Dawn said 15. I never tried to use any cleaning solvents of any kind on those, but they are neat. So we have Dawn in for that $15 bid. Those are totally cool. I'll let the person who gets these do what they want with them. They were never cleaned. Nothing ever touched them. So there we have it. But they're just real neat. Right down here is what goes underneath the metal part on a cap. And what a pair. Conversation piece. Anyway, here's the back of them. On both of them. Really neat. You know, there's not a lot of times where you can find pairs of things like this. It's almost unheard of. So I don't see any other bids. So Dawn may be taking these beauties home. So I've had them for quite a while. So it's time for them to go to a new home.
Going once to Dawn. Those are absolutely gorgeous. Going twice to Dawn. Final warning. Oh, to Dawn. Congrats.
Congrats, Dawn. Those are yours. I've had them for quite a while, and it's time to let go. So it's just something really different that you just don't see every day. So the things that, let's see, Dawn 15. Very nice. So if Dawn gets these and she ends up in Hawaii the next week, we know what happened. No, I'm kidding. I don't think they're that that expensive, but it's a nice little set though. Dawn, if you send greetings from Hawaii on YouTube, we know what you did. Congratulations. She's probably laughing.
We'll get a little short video of her on the beach.
Yeah, here's Dawn coming to you from Hawaii, and we're like, what? Okay, I'll put your name in the box. We're like, she must have fell into a gold mine to be in Hawaii. As expensive as it is. Yeah, Dawn said and those are definitely unusual. So there's Dawn. And we bring up the box of Alibaba or whatever you want to call it. Open it up. And boom, in the box. Then we'll shake later on. Alrighty, guys, let's see what else we've got in this wonderful little box here. Alrighty, then we're pulling out the big guns here. I'm going to call this a jewelry lot. You're welcome, Dawn. Those are different. I'm going to call this a jewelry lot. And it weighs, I would say that it weighs, let me drop the camera. I need to move some of my goodies over. There's a lot of good stuff in here, guys. There really is. They're like, yeah, right. We'll put this over here. Oh my goodness, my little thing fell over. Nothing broke, it just fell over. I'm trying to make room for the feast de resistance over here. But no, ever since I got that modem, guys, that thing hooked into the modem, the Ethernet cable, I've had smooth sailing. It's been crazy. Crazy. Okay, let's move over. I'm going to drop the camera because we're about to do a jewelry lot here. And so let me get my little... So we'll just do it this way. We'll drop the camera down. This is a jewelry lot. So first up, this looks like some kind of druzy thing right here. It's a little pendant type thing. It's like a little dyed druzy. This, guys, is pottery right here, and it does have a hang tag on it. And let's see, this is a pottery necklace. Can you believe that? And it does have a hang tag. This is going to be fun. Yeah. And let me see what it says. It is signed, but that's the first time I'd ever seen a necklace quite like this. And we're going to start this at $15 for everything you see here. And I really can't tell what brand, but it does have a hang tag. And let me see if I can't get it right, guys. It says in something, and I can't tell what it says. And I can't tell, but it does have a hang tag. And this is all pottery. Can you believe that? That could be, I could be letting go of a, it's all pottery in this necklace, all of it. You know, as you can see, it's not the longest thing in the world, but I'll give you a measurement on it. Let's see here. It is approximately, well, it's not really short, about 22 inches. And these are all pottery beads, all of them. Isn't that amazing? All of them. So there's that. So this is hematite, I'm sure you guys know. And look at this cloisonne on this. Just look at that cloisonne. Look at that. And it has a barrel. I'll move it in so you can get a good shot. And we have a barrel closure, and that is hematite. That's going in. And next, this is glass right here. These are all glass beads. Let's see if we have a thing here. Wonder where the end of that went. Huh. Oh, I see what they've done. They made it into a Y. So let me take this lobster claw, and this one's rather long too, and it is all glass. And that see the inside of that bead where it looks like it's, those are old, very old. There's that. Next up, you're going to get this, which is a I think it was a Leah Sophia or a Premier Designs one, and I'll show you the particulars on that. Let's see here. Yes, this is a Premier Designs cross right there. And it is an enhancer. You can take it off like so. And you could put it on something else if you'd like. That closes like that. Put it on the necklace. And here's your necklace. This isn't the longest necklace in the world, but that is a Premier Designs. Isn't that neat? So next up, we have this one. Okay, guys, this is a stone bracelet. However, the way they've got those stones on there, I would move those. But those are stones. And the way they got it hooked up, and the bracelet's teeny weeny, but I would take those stones off of that totally. Brian's, do I have you under pressure, Brian, out there? This is, it's like a handmade. And some of this, those hearts, guys, look like sea glass to me. See that? It's got like a, they look like sea glass because they have a real, the texturing, it is dirty. It needs to be cleaned. There's that. And this, what happened to that? And then we have this bracelet here, which looks like a Leah Sophia or a Premier Designs, but it is neither. And it's on the smaller side. And there's your little medallion thing right there in your toggle. And we have this necklace right here. My hands are so sticky. Ugh. This is a longer type necklace with the metal beads and the stations right there. That goes in there. Then we have this one that has the magnetic bracelet or the magnetic one where you can join it together and make it into a bracelet or a necklace. However, it's got some little pink and purplish beads in there. There's that one right there. Got this is getting serious because what I'm about to offer, these are pearls, guys. It's dyed pearls, but who cares? It's pearls. So look at those dyed pearls. See, there's a toggle. They're in many shapes. There's a toggle right there. Those are pearls. They're dyed, however, a pearl is a pearl, right? And you have that bracelet. And let's keep moving here. Let's get this necklace down here. Then we have this beauty that is all seed beads. And it's got, let me raise this up a little bit. Then it's got all these seed beads and these beautiful silver-like seed beads on it. And here's how it's put together. That goes in there. We have yet another hematite necklace that has little stone chips on it. And this one's a little bit longer. It has a lobster claw right there. There's that one. That one's going in there. This is amethyst. This necklace here, it's not the gemmiest amethyst, but it is amethyst. And yeah, it's all amethyst. That's going in there.
Hi, Maritza.
Hey, Maritza, welcome in, sweetie. We got a big jewelry lot going on here. And here we have this necklace here, and I think it's marked, let's see. It's marked on the thing. I think it's marked Germany. Let me look. Welcome in, sweetie. Glad you're here. Let's see. What's it say? What's it say? Let's see here. This was marked on one point, and I know it was. That's a lot of jewelry for that price, guys. Just saying. I know this was marked somewhere. So you've got marked jewelry, gemstones, to say the least, and it's marked Japan. And you're getting this one here, which is gold tone. And I like the way let's turn this to where, one thing about these multiple layered necklaces, they can be very persnickety. Oh, for Petey's sake, come on out there. But I thought it was very nice the way it had that little thing right there, and then came over and had several layers with that generous extender right there that goes in there. And this necklace goes in there as well. It is marked. Welcome back, Face. Oh, there we go.
He gone. He gone.
Bye. This is Chaps. Gizmo number 3. I didn't know there was 3 people that stupid. But here's this necklace right here. You know, he's got to make he makes his entrance, and Laura gives him his exit. So there we go. So there's that. Ooh, those are sticky. Then we have this one that has a shell on it and seed beads. I thought the shell was rather pretty. Let's see here. Kind of a small one, but there's your shell right there. And then your seed beads, and then my earrings stuck to my, and then it's got an extender. It looks small. Yeah, what do we have? Gemstones. I'm getting ready to add this bracelet. It is good Lord, you'd have to have a tiny wrist. I'm not going to add that. No one's wrist in history was ever that small unless it was a child. So there, let's see what we got here. Then we will add this right here. which is, I believe this is another Japan necklace, I believe. Let me look. Japan. No, this one is Germany. This one here is Germany. So let's break it down for you. You get gemstones, pottery, you have the amethyst in there. You have hematite. You have two hematite necklaces. One of them has cloisonne on it, which both, Then you have this Premier Designs with the enhancer on it with a very nice chain. And that comes off where you could add it to something else if you'd like. It's got kind of magnetized. It just comes up like that and goes back down. You can add it to whatever you wanted to. And there's that. So there's that. My nose itches. So if there's no interest in that, I will put it back in a bag and we will bring it at a different time. Good thing I moved that. My phone was under all that. But we have amethyst and oh my, pottery. Now this is different. Now it takes a person with certain taste for that one, I admit. But the rest of them, But anyway, we'll put this back. What time is it? 9:30. You never know. But the hematite, I thought the cloisonne with that was really something. You never see cloisonne like that, but that's what it is. I may be sporting that.
We have turtle shell in for 15.
She said and let me tell you, Beth, there's a lot of, you're going to have to clean it. I'm going to be honest with you. There's some stickiness in there. But anyway, there it is. My hands are sticky, when you buy a jewelry lot. But for the majority of it's really good. You just have to clean it a little bit, if you don't mind. It does have to be cleaned, So we have Beth in at $15. What a deal that is. But like I said, there's amethyst in there. It's not gemmy, but it's amethyst. If you weigh, like I said, it's not the best amethyst, but it is amethyst. So, what's so funny? I got wipes, not corn. Well, I'm glad, Beth, because the way the prices of corn's going up. So that is a great price. And Beth, like I said, it does need to be cleaned up. My hands are, but there's good stuff in there. No, okay. I don't have a corn cob to throw in, but she would die if I put a corn cob in there. I wouldn't do that to you. So it looks like Beth is the only one in at the moment. So we're going to start calling it down for Beth. 1 corn cob, 2. No, I'm kidding.
Going once. Going twice. How come most of our jokes have to do with food?
I don't know.
Final warning. So the best.
Oh,
Congratulations.
All right. Congratulations. And you're in there clawing with the rest of them.
Yep. Join the party.
Yep. Party's on. Congratulations. Like I said, it needs to be cleaned up. There are some stickies in there, but when you stick this on there, and we'll put Beth on there. She's in the running now. Just because you got, doesn't matter how many you got in there, it's who I draw out, and I don't cheat neither. So here's Beth. Let's see here. Okay, here is Beth, and since this is her first one, I drew a corn on there. Beth said, "Ha ha ha! Everybody trying to be a comedian. You have a free-handed piece of corn drawn on there." I could just hear her laughing now. Could it be lucky? It may or it may not be. So here it goes. Boom. There you go. There's a bunch of you in there. See, we can't.
Brian, oh no.
We don't want to give a corn cob because it could be used as a weapon. Where's the tape? All righty then. So what time is it? 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's see. I think we're gonna stop all the fun. I think we've had a pretty good night. So I think I'm gonna head and draw this to a close. So y'all know what it means. It's whoa, whoops. It's the Alibaba box of luck. Who will be the winner? So we are going to draw a name. See, nothing up my sleeves. I don't have any up my sleeves. So I will customize. Whoever wins, I'm going to customize something to that person. So are we ready? Drum roll. So here we go. Reaching in, we're going to stir it up, round and round. And we're coming out with one. Oh my gosh. Guys, this is not set up, I swear. Beth is the winner.
I knew it.
Guys, I didn't put that on there for her because I didn't remember. I couldn't see. So, Beth, I said, wouldn't that be a hoot if I drew her name out?
See, now next time everyone's going to want art drawn on their name.
Now, guys, it didn't matter. I couldn't feel it through there. So I'm going to tell Beth what she has won. Where's the end of that? You have won this beautiful AB triple strand necklace. I hate these when they won't lay right. So yeah, that's why So Beth, you have won this beautiful AB necklace, and it has a little lobster. You may have to put a extender on it, but you win that. And that will go into your stuff. And it's AB glass, and it's all different colors, and then it's got some beige little round donut ones on there, and that is yours, and you're welcome. Let me put that separate. And guys, it wasn't staged, and just because it had corn on it doesn't mean that I could feel it. And so that goes to Miss Beth as her free gift. And I thank you guys for being here, and so much. So Beth gets that beautiful AB crystal. So I'm going to send your original pull ticket, by the way. So you get, instead of a real corn cob, I'm just going to give you a rendition of my corn cob that I would draw. So, all right. So I'm going to put that in there, and that goes to Beth. And I was going to cater whoever got what, since I know you guys pretty well. I was going to cater your winnings to that. Now, what I was talking about earlier, now, when I send your invoice, it's going to be done in a different format. So what happened was I went on to do an invoice, and PayPal usually asks you for a PIN number, blah, blah, blah. So it lets me in, but it wouldn't let me send the invoice. So I got on the phone with him. So what I'm going to do is just send you an invoice as a money request, which I think is totally ghetto, and I apologize. And then just pay it friends and family, and it'll go right to my email. I don't know why that this happened, because it usually only asks for your PIN number, but it's all over a phone number. So if you get a request, it's not a relative you haven't seen or heard from in 10 years wanting money. It's me. So if you see something like that, it's me, and that's the way I have to do it. Usually they look at that like as a breach, just like if you go to the bank and insert an ATM card and you get your number wrong 3 times. Well, they're going to keep your card. And that's kind of what happened here. And then she initially made me put it in 2 more times, and no wonder I'm in this state. So, but anyway, you will get a money request, and all you have to do is go on there to pay it, is go into friends and family, and I will send you the amount and tell you everything that you ordered in detail and put your shipping in. And then we will do that. So that's the format that you'll get your invoice in. Like I said, it's ghetto, but I can't help it. I'm a person that I don't like things to change. I do things repetitively and I can't stand it, but I wanted to let everyone know. So thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate it. I'll be working on these things. I don't think I've sold other things besides glass, so it probably won't take me as long. I do have to drop a package out to UPS. So we're going to let you guys go. Let me bring Laura up here. We're going to let you go. We really appreciate each and every one of you. It doesn't matter if you purchase or not. The thoughts that you're here with us and in support of us is greatly appreciated. You guys take care. Love you guys, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thank you so much for being here.
Bye,
Good night,
everyone. Love you.
everybody. Thank you so much. Alrighty then.